is true.
Look, if y'all heard it in the background before the music cut on. If you heard it in the background before the music cut on, you heard Justin back there breathing. Look, let that be a sign and warning of just where we're going tonight in the Nerds Underground. What up? It is your boy King Kunch in the building. Back with another one here on this Monday. Much apologies for missing last Thursday. I finished up a huge event at work on Thursday. So at this point, we're flying clear. We're going strong. So we're here on a Monday night. Just saying what's up to all of y'all, my good people. Man, we got a lot to get into tonight. We got to talk about Acolyte. We got to talk about whether or not it's going to like break Star Wars and make Star Wars. Like that conversation keeps coming up. But these episode 3 leaks that are out there, we got to get into them because they just seem to be the talk of the town right now. Right? You can't avoid them. You can't get away from it. Then we got to talk about Marvel leaks. These leaks that are out here for Avengers. 65 characters in Avengers, for what they're going to be doing with Kang the Conqueror or what they're not going to be doing with Kang the Conqueror, how everyone's on the table here. Look, we have to get into that and then a whole bunch of other nerdy news. But I don't do this alone. Every time I'm in the building, we got my man Justin here. What's going on, Justin? Best co-host on YouTube in the building.
Hey, you didn't introduce me correctly.
Look, okay? I left off the best co-host on YouTube in the building by mistake.
No. We're making it, man. It's we grinning today.
Hey,
you know?
He's grinning. Look, I always got a smile on my face. Like I'm just a smiley ass dude. My man's Justin over here. He kind of got to grimace through the shit. He got to grimace through the shit. Hey, but look, what's up, y'all? So let's go. Let's just go ahead and get into it. No further ado. Well, actually, hold up, Justin. How's your week? How you doing, brother?
Not too bad, man. You know, it's I get to play some video games and chill, so I can't complain too much. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm the same way, man. Like I've been taking time. I've actually been playing Spider-Man. Believe it or not, bro, I've been playing Spider-Man too. And it's actually I've been skipping through the movie parts, and that's been like the most annoying thing. Another most annoying thing is having to actually go through like the boring ass like riding the bike through the neighborhood, doing all these things. Like that stuff has been annoying. But other than that, like being able to fly around, like the increased, I guess, like just knowledge of being able to fly around and get around New York City as Spider-Man has absolutely enhanced the game of how I play it. So bro, it's been a little bit fun. So that's been going on. Back in school, that's going on. So like, you know,
okay.
Which is going good. I got an A right now in class, so that's going good. So life is busy. You know, the third baby's still baking. So you know, it's life is busy. What's going on, C-Dub? We back, baby.
What's up, C-Dub?
We just had to miss Thursday.
Hey, not the underground theory. We're not. No, we're not getting that trending. Okay, C-Dub, no.
We are not the underground theory, but we do have theories over here. And that's right. I just
lost
my water.
I went to that convention this weekend as well. The one where John Carlo Esposito. I wish, bro. Look, John Carlo was there.
Bro, the conventions as super humble, asking the same type of questions.
It was called the Fan Expo Dallas. So John Carlo was there. Apparently, quite a bit of the Mandalorian cast was there. The voice actor for Azula was there too.
She had everything. Bro, the voice actor at Azula, I get the impression that she's at everything, dog.
Like, kind of, but low key, she looked great.
I mean, they all kind of like Tara Strong.
And she looked crazy.
Tara Strong,
yeah.
Like, I mean, at one point, E.G. Dolly was like kind of cute, but now she looked just kind of old. Like, she tried to keep up with Tara Strong, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah. But it was fun. It was fun. I didn't find a wife.
You saw who?
I didn't find a wife though.
Oh.
You know,
is that what you were hoping for?
Hey man.
Is Fan X the replacement for a Hinge or whatever y'all use nowadays?
I mean, fucking Hinge is terrible. So like anything would
I
be
will
better.
say, like, my friends
I'll
give me knowledge that Hinge don't got shit. Like when you go on
no,
Hinge, like it really just that is not it.
no, no. Universally, Hinge is terrible. Like,
Well, look. Talking about stuff that's not it. Let's go ahead and get into it, and let's talk about Acolyte. Look, here we
oh
didn't get to
lord.
do it last Thursday, so just real quick, I'm gonna run through my thoughts and throw it back to you, Justin. But for real, just first off to start it off while people get in here, Acolyte 1 through 2, right? The first 2 episodes to me, like, it was solid, not great. Like the episodes, both of them, I would like average them out to be maybe a 6.5, almost a 7, but they were good and not great. But in a lot of ways, I look at Acolyte as reminding me of Echo, and not in the way like beat for beat or storyline is Echo. It's just to the point of the amount that I really care to watch it kind of reminds me of Echo. Like the Echo, when I watched Echo, I just went from episode to episode because you know what, it kind of pulled me in. The story is good enough for me to keep watching, but it didn't have that oomph to make it great. Now, it even reminds me too of Echo. Like Jesse, you think about the woman they had coming in from Matrix, from the Matrix. That was the main character. She was like one of the big draws of the show. Like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be back. She's gonna be in the show, and she's in the first fight scene, and we're not gonna see her anymore unless it's like a flashback or whatever, right? That kind of got me thinking about Daredevil and Echo. How Daredevil just popped up at the beginning, kicked some ass, and then he was gone. And we didn't see him again. But look, all that to say, both shows are middle of the road. Now here's the caveat. Like this show, The Acolyte, bro.
I would say that's a low key disrespectful to Echo. But
You think
go
it's
ahead.
disrespectful to Echo?
Oh yeah, Echo was at least intriguing.
I mean, I think.
Episode to episode.
I mean, right now from episode 1 to episode 2, just leaving the leaks out from episode 1 to episode 2, I am intrigued of the master. All right, like I am a bit intrigued of what's going on in the story here. Now, like part of the show that I'm not intrigued by is this terrible ass writing that we got. Like that, bro. Some of the writing in this show is just like it really scratches my head. Like makes me scratch my head. Even to the fact like when we know that there was points that they went back and audio corrected some things. Like you could tell like when the way my dude, the dude with the Killmonger is talking at the beginning, I heard that kind of called out in the new Rockstars thing. Like yeah, it's kind of terrible that even when they audio right and go back and change things, they don't get things right. Like there's questionable statements that are being made by the Jedi in that thing that like just make the writing terrible. Even to the point, I went back and rewatched in episode 1. He brought up her sister. Remember that the dude with the dreads?
Yeah.
He brought up her sister, and then he acted surprised when he found out that she had a sister later on in the ship.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said those weren't on the files. Like she had a sister. She said she had a sister.
Okay.
She had. You don't remember that moment they was on the ship?
No.
And they were like,
no.
she had a sister. Those weren't in the files. And he was like, yes, she had a sister.
I remember that part, but I guess I don't remember the first part about him saying something about the sister.
Yeah,
so.
he said she had. He said she had a sister when they went to go see her. Like from the very jump on the ship, he mentioned her sister. Not to mention things like fire happening outside of space, all that stuff happening. Not to mention that. Look, at the very least, part of what's working for me is that like I am a little bit intrigued at the mystery of the story, and I am intrigued by the fact that it's a Jedi. But ultimately, I'm feeling the characters. Like I'm feeling Osha, I'm feeling May, I'm feeling Soul. Even the Killmonger haircut dude. Like I'm kind of interested in his fate, not necessarily him, but just his fate. Like I'm ready to for him to kind of get it handed to him, if you know what I mean. I'm feeling that more than I felt with Andor characters, right? Like at the very least, Justin. At the very, very least, I'm more intrigued with these characters and what's going on here than I was ever intrigued in the episode of Andor, and that to me doesn't say much, but it says something. It says something. And I think the very key thing is that, like, it is interesting enough with it being centered around the Jedi. Like, the Jedi here are the only key and thing that I think really got me interested because, like, it's the fact that the Jedi are actually in this show as opposed to other shows where you hear them mention or they're not really there, they're not pulling out the lightsaber. And in this case, the Jedi are the focus, and I am intrigued in this time period, right? But overall, to me, the biggest factor, Justin, of this show is that it lacks purpose. It lacks stakes. Compared to shows like Mando, where if Grogu gets if they get the hands of on if they get their hands on Grogu, and the Emperor gets him, or the Empire gets Grogu. Well, not the Empire at that point. I guess it's just the remnants. But if they get Grogu, that's going to be terrible, right? Like they're going to use his force powers. They're going to do whatever with Grogu, whatever their plan is. That's just absolutely, that can't happen. Then with Ahsoka too, like Ahsoka got those stakes when it comes to Thrawn getting back, right? Like people are fearing Thrawn. Like you got those stakes there.
Yeah, true.
You're missing the purpose. You're missing the stakes in this show because it feels contained. Now there is like a plus to that because I've heard some people, and I do see it as like it kind of gives you insight of what the Jedi were doing. Because when you think about the Jedi living in peace and no war, like what are you doing other than just being glorified policemen, right? Like you're going through investigating stuff and you're being that armed, that military for the Republic. So that makes sense. But other than that, like what are we really getting at? Like I'm not feeling the stakes. This feels very contained to me. But overall, like I said, Justin, just episodes 1 through 2, without taking in the discussion that's being going on right now, Justin, this show is solid but not good. It's solid.
I'm not gonna say it's solid. I'm intrigued enough to watch the next episode.
Intrigued. Yeah.
We'll get into that in a little bit. But it intrigued me enough to at least not say, okay, this is dog shit. I'm not watching it anymore. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The writing's fucking terrible, bro. Attack me with all your might. What type of cringe fest like who the fuck wrote that needs to be fired, bro?
And can I ask you this too? Who the fuck wrote something about weapons when you're using a weapon?
Exactly. She's used a weapon. She's also used weapons. Yeah, like a poison is a weapon. Like at the end of the day, use it to kill somebody. It's a weapon. I like the mysticism of the main villain, but at the same time, I feel like they should have I feel like they should have kept that close to heart, like kept that in their cards for later in the episode. At the end of the day, bro, all the cards are already on the table. Like, it's not that big of a mystery. They make the Jedi look even dumber than they are. Like, bro, y'all were still investigating this girl when another murder happened and she was in y'all's custody.
Like, bro, let it go at that point. Like at that point, she's innocent. Like, yeah, she's on this shit with you and it won't hurt.
Dumbass Yord. Like, I'm sorry. You say you're intrigued by Yord. I think Yord is
I'm not intrigued by Yord. Don't get me wrong. I'm not intrigued by Yord. I'm intrigued by his fate. I'm anticipating his fate of getting his shit handed to him, bro. That's what I want to see. Like, I want to see Yord get destroyed.
See, I'm thinking Yord might low-key be one of the if not the main guy. I don't think he can be, actually, because that'd be weird on the timing.
What you mean main guy? By like villain?
That villain-wise.
Dark side. Ooh.
He has a weird vibe to him. But it's a side note. I don't like how they have every black person in this fucking show with dreads. I've said this before, but every black person in the show so far has had dreads.
You know what, Justin? Maybe just in the universe of Star Wars, they haven't created the clippers. You see, I have this fresh cut here, and those are done by like a certain technology.
Force buzz that shit off. I don't care. Figure it out, because the man has a clean ass fade on the side.
You imagine how crispy as a lightsaber powered clipper would be.
That'd be dangerous, bro. I barely trust some barbers with regular shit. But I'm intrigued, okay? I will say this. I am intrigued. It's just, there's not that it factor still. I'm not going to sit here and act like it is just beyond. Oh, yeah. What's up, Lotus? I meant to say that. What's up, man? It's just this beyond groundbreaking show because it's not. Like it's just not. So
I feel you. I feel you.
keep it at
Now,
that.
it's not that
I
it
have a
lacks
lot
the
to say later.
purpose. It like for me, like it lacks the purpose, but it's had enough for me to continue on. Um, the thing is, it was never gonna make Star Wars. A show like this was never gonna make Star Wars. Um, but is it palatable? Yes. Like, could I probably at this rate, like with episodes 1 through 2, could I finish a season of this? Yes. It wouldn't get the same hate as Mando. I mean, as Andor. I honestly don't even think I would give it the same. I think I would treat it better than what I treated Mando 3, just like on this trajectory that it's on right now. To be honest with you, but with that being said, let's talk about the trajectory. And these leaks is coming out. Look, if y'all ain't seen the leaks, heard the leaks, get on out of here because we about to talk about these leaks for episode 3. Not in detail, but we got to talk about it enough for y'all to be able to give your take. Because C-Dub goes there and says, episode 3 sounds like a disaster, but I'm going to watch. Hold that thought. So look, just in case, like the leaks for episode 3 could just like really derail everything I've just talked about so far about this show. Like if you think I was hard on this show just now by saying it's solid, then this ain't for you. If you think that I was like being hateful about this show because I was like, it gets a 6.5 and it does all this wrong and this wrong, then this what I'm about to say ain't for you. All right, so look, word on the street is, look, I'm being real, Justin. Look,
Oh no, because you gotta prep them. Because
I do, because you never, Justin, you never know. You just never know who's in here.
and look, let me say this too, real quick. I'm really trying with this show. Like I am really trying to be as positive, as open-minded as possible with this show. But my lord, it is very difficult. It's not me making it difficult. It's a lot of what they are doing. It's making
What's going on, Joseph? Hit that
What's
sub
up,
if
Joseph?
you haven't yet. So like, I'm gonna just be real too. Like I'm not the type of person to like make judgments off leaks. I'm not the type of person like I would love to. I'm still gonna see the show. Like I'm still gonna see the episode.
I'm not either,
like,
but this is.
I
This
see
is
the
different.
episode, but like the principle, like I gotta raise kids, and there's things about like, can they have this? Sure, but at the end of the day, if I let them have it, it's the principality of letting them have it, right? Like it's the principle of the matter. And when it comes to these leaks, it's the principle of the matter, not the content in itself or how it's gonna come out. It's the principle that I think I have a lot of people have issues with. But let's go ahead and get into them. Word is on the street that people are saying that let's get real. The twins are basically force babies, Justin. The twins are basically force babies, Justin.
What's up, Zero?
What's up, Zero? Force babies.
Yeah.
What's going on, Zero? Force babies. All right. They're made out of those witches. They got moms. The twins got moms. They don't have a mom. They got moms. All right. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't give a fuck about that part, by the way.
Nothing wrong with that per se. There's nothing wrong. They got moms. But their statements, this is where it kind of goes off the deep end. This is where it kind of goes off the deep end. First of all, there's statements out there saying that they're somewhat supposed to be like the chosen ones. Like they're supposed to be the new dyad, to represent the light and dark, and like they're going to be pitted as the chosen ones. And then there's also I would say inclination, if you will, insinuation, big words, TI words, that the Jedi are going to be painted as people who are pretty much kidnapping Osha from her parents, from her moms. Now, look, I'm going to be real, like, outside of that, like, on the surface of this, Justin, like, if you're telling me that they're doing chosen one, right? Like, they're going to go and give you a chosen one or whatever. On the surface, I kind of like that idea. Here's why, because, like, every show, every movie, every franchise needs a titular character. Like, whether it's Star Wars or not, if it's Star Wars, the OG trilogy, your titular character is Luke. And the main antagonist is Vader. If you're looking at prequels, the titular character is Anakin, and the main antagonist is, whether it be Count Dooku or it be Darth Maul. Really, at the end of the day, the main antagonist is Darth Sidious. Or Palpatine, if you will. So to me, bringing in a chosen one actually makes sense if you're going to look to build a franchise. If you're going to look to move forward, building a chosen one makes sense. Even if you want to present the idea that there are multiple chosen ones out there, like if there's an idea that this thing goes, it's not just Anakin. Maybe we just got a peek of Anakin into this, but history repeats itself, right? Like these things come. Even if you want to kind of look at that idea like that, Justin, like I am kind of here for it, because to me, you need that to be able to tell a good story and to be able to get the fandom hype for things and to be able to attach to it. Somewhat what they tried to do with Rey and Kylo, except they just executed that terribly, like a shit palette, like a shit show of what they executed that with, because they shitted on the previous chosen one, right? Like they shitted on the previous one that they had up there. But if you could do that without shitting on one, then you can do great. Maybe that's why Anakin people attach themselves to Anakin a lot in the prequel trilogy, because he didn't shit on Luke, right? But here's the thing. I got issues with that. First issue is this. One, if we're talking chosen ones, Justin, if we're talking someone who's supposed to be on that level, Justin, why the fuck are we doing this in the show?
You're asking me? Like, bro, what?
Go on. Why are we doing this show? Yeah, they're supposed to be like the dyad, not the chosen ones. But at the end of the day,
where did you read that?
They are the top pyramid of the Force, if you will. Like they are supposed to represent. That's what's being hinted at, that they're going to be representing this. Where did I read this? It's in the links that's out there, bro.
Joseph, dude, it's all over YouTube. Unfortunately,
it's all over. It's out there.
We'll get into that part. We'll get into that part too after this as well. So just hold on.
It's all out there. So look, that's my number one issue, is that you're doing this with the show called The Acolyte. You're doing this with the Disney Plus show about characters that we've never met, and that you're going to be taking this much of a leap and bound, and you're leaving out one of the most popular characters in Star Wars, which is Yoda, who is alive and well at this period. So all of that being said, you're playing it very safe to push this very high impactful concept forward in the show that's like not taking any risks, it's not moving things. It's kind of falling. Like I said, no purpose, no stake.
Guys, it's not true. How do you know it's not true? Like, these are people that literally. We'll get into it in a second. Yeah. Hold on, Joseph.
Joseph, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. I love you being here, bro, and I value your comments, but we're just gonna have to agree.
Just hold on. We can indulge more into this part in a minute. Just give us a second.
But Justin, a bit of the issue you have is that one, like, why are we doing this in the show? And then two, it feels like they're really going, like, kind of a little bit of what Josh was talking about earlier in the stream when we was, in the nerds. It seems like they're really going out of their way to do this in a certain way to push the agenda. That might not be a big deal to you, but to me, it's like, does it really have to be that way? Like, it feels like they're one tearing down the Jedi to make this one group who may not be as good look good. So one, it seems like we're going to be tearing down the Jedi in that to do that. And then two, why? Why do we have to go through the path of witches to do this, right? Like, why does this have to be just the group? I'm an editor. Editor of what?
All right, yeah, you gotta say, if you're gonna say that, you gotta kind of keep
bro,
something.
First of all,
like, look, all respect to you, Joseph, but like, if you're gonna say you're an editor, you kind of gotta back that up, brother. Like, you can't just tell us and we're supposed to take your word.
First of all, and the true editor of like this show would not be popping in here.
I mean, hey, who knows? Who knows right now, bro?
But anyway, like,
because they did give 4 episodes to people. So
they did give 4 episodes to people, so who knows? But anyway, at the end of the day, it feels like they're going to be going out of the way to stick it to the man based on these leaks, and this is just based on the leaks. I got to see the show. I'm still going to watch it, whatever. But when it comes down to it, is like, is this going to break the fandom? I got to see it. Is what they're talking about going to break the fandom? I got to see it actually happen and play out to believe whether or not it will or not. And to be real, at this point, Justin, fuck, like the show definitely wasn't going to make Star Wars. I don't see how the show is going to break Star Wars any further than what it already has. Like, if you are already still watching The Acolyte, what's going to stop you from watching the next show? Nothing.
Come on, bro. Really?
Nothing is going to stop you from watching the next piece of Star Wars content if you're watching The Acolyte.
Dude, don't tip me with that, bro. Because it's really easy for the next show. Skeleton Crew. Come on, bro. I don't give a fuck about Skeleton Crew already.
But you're already there to not give a fuck, right? We're talking about people who were like still kind of engaged in this shit. That wasn't Skeleton Crew. Whether or not this was good or not, I don't think Skeleton Crew was going to make you watch. Now, the breaking shit is like, will it break Star Wars? Is that the Mando season floor, the movies flop? Like, I don't know. Like, what is breaking Star Wars at this point when it's already as broken as it fucking is?
I disagree, brother.
You don't think so? You think it could break it more?
Yeah. Because, okay, man, look.
Who's already watching Skeleton Crew if it was good?
Not a lot of people, because Skeleton Crew, who the fuck cares about?
Right, and then what's after
random
Skeleton
shit?
Crew? What's after Skeleton Crew?
Do they even know? Like, I don't.
Yeah, like that's why I'm like, I don't think we're at a point to where you can say it would break Star Wars.
But no. Like, take for example, say the Marvel movie or show. Which one was it? After Secret Invasion. Which one was that one?
Loki?
Was it Loki?
Yeah.
I think it was. Say Loki was straight trash afterwards. I think a lot of people were going to jump ship and probably wouldn't come back at least until Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's still going to happen. I don't think nothing came out since then, right?
Yeah, no, the Marvels was decent.
Oh, yeah.
Echo was okay.
But
you have people getting hope. I mean, me and you are one of them. Like,
Loki is a flagship, though. Like,
Loki was amazing.
Loki is a flagship, too. Like, Loki, if Loki flopped, then you really had massive problems. Like, if Loki didn't do what Loki did, then you really had massive problems because the expectations were there on Loki and the expectations were them to do that. Marvel is such on a higher plane. Bro, even after Mando Season 2, the high from Mando Season 2 didn't last long because of how broken the Star Wars fandom is.
I mean,
Star Wars fandom has been
with?
bad.
It took them a year to come out with something, and it was still mid afterwards. I mean, you had Andor.
The fandom is already broken. That's my thing. Like, it's already broken. So, like, how much more can you break it? Like, when you have glass and it's broken on the ground, and you've already taken a hammer and hit it and hit it and hit it again, and hit it and hit it and hit it again, at what point is it just broke, bro?
Let me say this. I was here for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Acolyte, no matter what, all the weird shit they were doing with marketing, I don't even know if you want to call that marketing, because that should be a PR disaster.
Yeah.
Acolyte has things in it that should go and move up to it being a decent show. Jedi element, Force element, Assassins element.
Mm-hmm.
It has the recipe to be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, I mean, bro, like, so far it's already mid. You let all your shit come out basically in the trailers. Like, let's be completely real. We knew more than half of the plot by just trailers alone. And then say this happens? Bruh.
Here's the thing, Justin. You can't break. Look, Acolyte, if Acolyte was good, you weren't going to watch Skeleton Crew anyway. If Acolyte was good, you're not going to watch some mid shit. Like,
finish your soliloquy. And then I'll go in.
Here's my thing. Like I said before, you can't break what's already broken. It doesn't matter how shitty it is. Like, it doesn't matter, like, what they do here, what they do that. As long as this content is middle of the road palatable, like that is not absolute dog shit like Skeleton Crew is probably going to be, or it's not like a fucking snooze fest like Andor. As long as they can feed you things that are middle of the road, like Book of Boba. As long as they can feed you things that are middle of the road, like this show, The Acolyte. Like
You're watching another Book of Boba?
Mando season 3. These things are stuff that you will watch from beginning to end. Maybe not you.
Come on, bro.
Maybe not you, but enough stuff that the people in the middle of the road that they can be engaged with it enough not to make theories, not to do all this stuff, but to just lean into this conversation to where it will not allow Star Wars to completely break all the way down to where it needs to break down to, which is a remake. I think Star Wars needs to break all the way fucking down to a remake. That's in my mind, and that's what I will always come back to when we have these Star Wars conversations, because they never get better, is that they gotta break all the way down to a remake. But the fact that they will continue to service things that people will say is solid, that are things that could be like, enough people on one side could be like, oh, it's not as bad, that you have YouTubers out there to be pointing fingers at people who don't like the show, and then you have YouTubers out there to be pointing fingers at people who do like the show. As long as they continue to do that, they will be under the delusion that what they're doing is continuing to work well enough for them to continue to make a mid-ass franchise that they own the rights to without having to fucking make a remake. That's where I'm at with this. Acolyte's not going to be the nail in the coffin for this. Even if they do even if they come out here and really piss people off with what they say about the Force, about what they say about Star Wars lore in Episode 3, that is not going to be in itself enough to take us down. Because you want to know why? There's going to be one side that's like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. You were just haters. Lucas and Mary Sue. 2, they're going to be doing that. And then you're going to have another side that's like, oh my God, they're really trying to make Star Wars female. Oh my God, they're really out here trying to just shit on male perspectives and male character. You're going to have those two sides, and they're just going to continue to cash in on it. I think Josh was 100% right when he was saying it earlier. Like, there's nothing that's going to be shitty enough to put the nail in the coffin to the point to where this happens until these movies drop and they flop. That's it. I think movies are a lot harder to justify because you gotta back up the numbers, you gotta back up the money truck when it comes to that, and that's what it's gonna take for the flop. And that's probably why we ain't seen no movies. Like, that's probably why Kathleen Kennedy ain't put out no movies, because she's looking at this where, well, as long as I can keep making shows and we can really hide the numbers behind the shows, and we can really just have it enough to where people will watch it so they can just talk about it and be a part of the conversation whether they like it or not, I'm winning. I can keep my job. She's buying that time into the movie job. Once 2 movies drop and they flop, she's out. And that's where we're headed. I think that's where we're headed. So this show right here, it can be great, it can be bad. It would neither make nor break Star Wars, Justin.
I'm telling you right now, look, to all the people that really think, like, there are some weirdos that really give a fuck about it being two lesbians or whatever it's gonna be. I don't care about that.
I don't either.
I don't care about that. To me, it's an easy way to do it to where you don't spark any type of uproar. And if it is an uproar, you can easily say, bro, it's like it was basically done with Darth Maul when they did some witch magic shit on him to give him limbs and everything. Honestly, look, if you just put it that way, and who knows, they might do that because they are in witch territory or whatever. What?
No, go ahead, just keep going.
Good. To where they make it to where the baby is formed somehow by witches, I guess. Witch magic.
You know what? Can I be real?
If you tie it to the... Go ahead.
I do have an issue with that shit. I absolutely do have an issue with that shit. Not the fact that I have an issue with lesbian moms or like any of that stuff. I do have an issue with that shit. Is that wrong for me to say? Like...
You have an issue with what I was saying, right? The witch is making a baby, right?
Not necessarily
the witch
issue
is
with
creating magically a baby. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
if you wanted to say the Force did the Virgin, like did
I
the Virgin
don't want
birth,
them to say that for them though.
I'm on a different level.
So
like, I'm on what I said earlier. Like, you need
No, you don't.
Bro, what else?
There's only one Jesus Christ.
No, it's not. There's multiple religions.
I'm gonna smack
There's
the shit
multiple.
out of you.
I mean, I believe in one Jesus Christ.
No,
I believe in one Jesus Christ.
No,
but I'm saying
no. That's you know what I mean, and that is not what I mean.
Like, to me, the history is going to continuously repeat itself in Star Wars. Like, if you want to compare it to say, yeah, there is one Jesus, like, there is one Jesus Christ. Well, there's only one Bible. There's only one story. You can't tell. The story is less interesting without Jesus.
But that precedent isn't set in Star Wars either. It would be different if when we were in episode 1 through 3, they weren't referring to Anakin as the chosen one, not one of the chosen ones, or he's the reincarnated chosen one. No, it's a prophecy of one person. They never said it was something that's continued.
He's never another coming of this.
Yes, this isn't no Avatar shit, which I love Josh. You know it. Everyone knows I love Josh. Yeah. But come on, this Avatar shit was like, it wasn't set like in Avatar where there's a reincarnation every time one dies. And if that is the case, Anakin, what happened after Anakin? Like, I just, no, I don't want that to be, I'm sorry. I don't want that to be the explanation for the two girls being born. I would be way okay with it being just these witches did some magic witch shit and created the two babies. I'm fine with that. If they describe it that way, I'm okay with that, and I will continue to watch the show. But if they touch the Anakin prophecy, that again has not, like, I'm sorry, I get it. They've shown how fucking stupid the Jedi are in the series so far. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to tell me they had zero communication about someone that they also perceived to probably be a chosen one, that none of the Jedi afterwards know about it, that is stupid.
But could that be why they kicked her out?
But there still should be a record of it.
It still should be a record of it, yeah.
Yeah, like, kicked her out or not, that, and plus they said it was her choice. It was her choice to leave. So, no, the communication, you're not telling me can be that shit to where no one in the prequels is referring to another chosen one, the other chosen one before Anakin.
Now,
I don't like that. So no, I will not be good with that. And I'm sorry. I'm going to say it, chat. We're doing a watch party. Look, we're doing a watch party tomorrow on my new channel, Justified Nerd. If they do that, I'm not watching the rest of this season. And I will be done,
Justin,
until Ahsoka comes out.
Justin.
And then I'm not watching anymore.
Justin.
Yes.
Let's be real. Like, I hear you.
What's up, Lou?
I hear you, but at the same time, like, this show was not the time to do it. But we need, I don't think that's that big of an adjustment to say there was someone before Anakin. I don't think that's that big of an adjustment to say there's someone. Not to say that they're on the same level as Anakin. Like, not to put them on the same, but to be like, there's always going to be this light and this dark, like a channel for the light and the dark.
But they don't even have that precedence in the sequels.
They can retcon it. They can they can tie into that precedence.
Nah.
They can definitely tap into that. I mean, isn't that a little bit about what Ahsoka's kind of tapping into a little bit?
No.
I mean, with the, like, isn't that like the whole kind of?
No, she's on her own fucking journey. And plus, she's not a virgin birth like Anakin is.
Either. I mean, I'm not saying that
with the highest midichlorian count.
I'm talking about the show and the whole thing with the Mortis guys and Abeloth and
but she's not a chosen one.
But I'm not talking about
she is chosen by the chosen ones.
But I'm not necessarily talking about the actual, like, her being that. I'm talking about that premise is something that we could be getting explored in that show.
I don't think so.
That lore. Like to me, there's a little bit of wasn't it like the dyad shit, right? Like
I mean, I don't even know how to explain the dyad shit at this point.
I don't know how to explain it either, but to me that makes it seems like that's what they're gonna be trying to explain more in this show. Like is May and her twin supposed to be a representation of the dyad? Like is that
okay?
But I'm gonna be real. Like I said earlier.
But hold on. Even with the dyad shit, if that's what they're trying to do, correlate one with the other, it's still completely different than how Kylo and Rey were going. Because one we've seen with the twins, one is not aware of one seeing the other. Kylo and them, they're seeing each other having a full-fledged conversation and fight.
But that's due to Osha.
In one.
That's due to Osha. I'm pretty sure if Osha was training, or Asha, whatever her name, I'm pretty sure if she was training, she would probably be able to tap into that side of
Osha's the one seeing it.
But she's not the one sending. I'm pretty sure Osha would be the one being able to send similar to that.
But what's her face is not even, when she sees her, she doesn't even know.
She doesn't know what?
She doesn't even know that she's been communicating.
She's communicating. She said she knew she was alive.
No, she didn't.
She said, "I knew."
She was surprised as fuck that she was alive. No, I'm talking about the dark side twin.
The dark side twin was surprised to know that her sister was alive.
Yes. Did you not see her when they saw each other together? Her face was like, "What the fuck?"
I didn't pick up on that.
Bro, she's surprised as hell to see her. So that means she's not seeing.
Dead.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay, that's even another fucking writing flaw in the show. Like, what the fuck was that dream in?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even think it could be a dyad because of that shit. Like, they are not on the same. They're not even on the same page. Whereas, what's this? Ben Solo and Rey, they were on the same page. They were on the same everything.
What's up?
To where objects were in other people's places. Like it's they don't, if they go the dyad shit, I don't get it then either too. Because you're contradicting your own shit. What's up, chillin'?
I think they got a lot of shit to figure out, definitely. But one thing that's not gonna help to me, and I'm just gonna be real, and people might not fuck with it. I mean, I have love. I know it's Prime Month. I got love for love. I don't like that they're even doing the whole mom creating and mom receiving like type shit. Like, to me, that if you're gonna do a virgin birth, I would prefer it to be through the Force as a virgin.
Oh.
I would prefer it to be not like the mom found a way to like procreate.
I would rather it be witches.
I would much rather it not.
And here's my thing.
Even if it was witches, I would mind for it to be the coven. Have it be the coven. Don't have it be this like love shit that I feel like we're about to see of them doing. Like, I would prefer it to be the coven doing the magic instead of this stuff. Because that really,
I think you're being a little OD. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not being like.
Because look,
I feel like that's view. I don't know. I just feel like that's views being pushed into the story. Like, I do see that line of like the views being pushed into the story, because like I don't find a place of where a straight writer writes that story in. Like, to me, like that doesn't. That's just straight up objective.
But do you hear what I'm saying though? Like, to me, it doesn't matter if they do the witches, like it's a witch thing. They created the witches created the children using some weird sadistic magic or some shit like that. I'm fine with that. I don't give a fuck about who's conceiving what or what their sexuality is in this shit. I really don't. Like, if they're two lesbians, fuck it. I don't give a shit. If it's two gay dudes, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I think it is messing your story up more and also making this way muddier than it has to be, because you are really trying to really trying to muddy the waters with the Chosen One shit. To me, you need to take that completely off the table because one, this is another example of Disney putting their characters in a losing situation. Because you're telling me nobody said, "Yo, we're gonna have another Moses Ingram situation going on in a minute." So, hey, what's the main character's name? Actor?
Asha. Oh, Amanda
What's the
Steinberg
actor?
and Amandla Sting.
Amanda, you better prepare because they're gonna fucking go crazy. Like, we know what's gonna happen. It's obvious. You got like this is calculated at this point. Like if it should be known. You don't even got to think about it that hard to know that you're messing with Anakin. I don't give a fuck about the who it is. I don't give a fuck about if it's Amandla. I don't give a fuck about who it is. But make sure it's not messing with that. Make her dope by herself instead of relying on old shit to weirdly correlate it with the other shit.
See, Justin, I think we'll move on. Hold on. First, our chilling in the basement says, "Here's a skrilla to help me use a Lucasfilm pain, coke on the weed, ketchup on the toast, recast the child. Much love, boys. Thank you, chilling, for the $5 super chat.
I fucking love that dude.
Thank you, chilling, dude. Much love for you, bro. Thank you so much because we're gonna need some coke on the weed after tomorrow. Here's the thing, Justin. As much as what you're saying, I like. What's the end goal for Star Wars? Like what are we doing right now?
I don't know.
No, you do know. They want to be able to recapture the fire of recapture the magic of what they had in the first few movies. They want to be able to tell the story to make people be able to come back. Like at the end of the day, they want to be able to get back to that level. Right? Like if not, what are we doing here?
I mean, I guess, but like what level is that? I mean,
the level of having another, like, bro, at the end of the day, you need another Anakin. You need another Luke. You do, bro. Like, in the story, to make an actual good, compelling story, you need someone of that level in this universe.
There are ways
that is
to
above
easily
the other
do
one.
it. There are
You need
ways
one
to
that
easily do it without just going about saying, "Oh my God, we're gonna remake it to where there's a new chosen one." I don't give a fuck about if it was in the what's it called, the
chosen one or not,
Euro side or whatever.
Chosen one or not, if you're above the rest of the pack, like Anakin and what Luke was, you're going to be.
They tried that with her. They tried with that with Rey.
They tried to handle it terribly, but at the end of the day, part of what worked in The Force Awakens is the fact that Rey was going to be that. Like, everybody looked at Rey to be of that level. Like, okay, she's this sequels, like she's this sequels or this I guess like these 3 episodes, this trilogy's Luke Skywalker. Like, not to say that she's going to be Luke Skywalker, but she is going to be the one that rises above the rest to be able to take down the First Order. Like, that's what her story is. You need that in that story to be able to push that forward. Now, like, in the perfect world, could they do this without having to have somebody try to be like Anakin or be like Luke? Or, in the perfect world, you wish that could be that way. But the way that the media, like the way that this shit works, how we watch it, how we take it in, you have to have the one that rises above the cream of the crop. Whether it's a chosen one or whether she's created by witches, guess what? She's going to be compared to Anakin Skywalker or to Luke simply because of the talents that she would have and the power that she would have and to impact the story the way it needs to be. Now, part of that is like, why are you doing that in the show? Back to it. Why are you doing it in the show? Because Kathy knows she can't make a movie.
All of these got to die anyway. All these characters, they better die.
Yeah, all these characters got to die. Like, they're going to, well, I mean, one, it's 100 years away.
No, they have, no. It doesn't matter 100 years or not. They better not make it back to the temple, is all I'm saying.
Oh. Okay.
So that means Yord, dead.
I think so.
X-23 youngling, whatever her name is in there, because I don't remember, dead.
All of them die.
Both twins, dead. All of them. They gotta die. Like, it's...
Now, how would it make you feel if the master kills the twins because he senses the threat?
If he's the only one making out of there, and he does it
But
and
at the end of the
says, "I'm
day,
not going
they
to tell
already
anybody," I'm
hinted.
fine with that.
At the end of the day, that's what they're hinting at. Is that like she's the threat, so she's taking her out early. I mean, one, she don't know how to use the force. I don't know how she could be the threat because she can't even use the force right now. So I guess you can look at Luke, right? She could go through the Luke montage and be able to use. She become a
I mean,
Mary Sue like Luke.
you're really towing right there, huh? Look, there are ways I guess you could, but like at the end of the day, there would if you're gonna make anyone survive, it should be that master or whatever his name is. I don't fucking know.
So
But Soul. Everyone
he
else
can keep a secret, right?
has to die. He has to keep the secret though. Because you cannot
Can't.
tell me they are this dumb and the communication is this bad that no one said any word
But Justin,
about
all
any
of
of
them
this.
dying, all of them dying isn't even the way out. Unless from here the empire starts. Unless it's the point where the empire rises. You know, the dark side starts to rise. All of them dying can't even be a way out because what sense would it make for all of them to die and the Jedi Order ignore it? Like if that many Jedi get slashed
I mean,
apart,
you're right.
and you have
You're
to see a
100%
lightsaber,
right.
like, oh God, we've got a bigger threat of our hand. Like this many of us have died, and there's no blasters at the scene.
I
Like
mean,
we
you're
don't
gonna
know
have
what's
to
happening.
you're just gonna have to say this. I mean, they're gonna have to nuke them. Like they're gonna have to nuke them. There's no way. I don't like that is. I thought about that too earlier. I was like, yeah, they're fucked because you're opening up this can of worms and like, how do you stop it? Like,
Now this could be the story to go on. Like they could think they stop it. Like here's the thing. Like they could go on to tell the story and they
but that
discover
would
the
be
bodies.
reported, and I
No, that's what I'm saying. They could report it, and then they could think they handled the situation. Like they could report it. They could go find this master, defeat this master, and
But we're 100
they handle the
years.
situation.
We're 100 years, not like a century or whatever. They said.
100 years is a century.
I mean, not thousands of years. He said a long time, like millions of years or some shit. I forgot how much. I'm sure somebody knows exactly how long ago, but it was over 100 years. So
Lou,
doesn't matter.
I don't know when the new season of The Young Jedi is coming out, but I hope it's just as good as the first. Look, don't get me started. Kai Bright Star should be in this show. I'm glad he's not Yord, though. I'm glad he's not Yord. Look, don't say that about Kai.
He would
Kai
die.
needs to live,
He would
bro.
have to die.
Kai Bright, I mean, die of natural causes.
No, he would have to
He would
take.
die of a long life.
He would have to
after
take
becoming
a.
the Jedi
He would have to
Master
take a metal blade to the heart because that's the only way you kill people in Star Wars nowadays. So
with a weapon, with the metal blade that's not a weapon.
So
yeah, all that to say, this
1,000 years.
This episode,
He said 1,000 years. By the way,
what from the last time that this wrote, like
yes. So we're 100 years from that statement. They all have to die. And it has to be a tragic death because no one can leave except for the Sith.
okay.
This is the hole they dug themselves, man. That's why, like, this is really annoying for me because, like, I'm trying. I am really, really trying to give this show the benefit of the doubt and give it a chance and be open-minded to it. I actually think this character would have a chance if you didn't do this and have her immediately suckered into the chosen one theory. If that's what they do,
but they didn't. But here's the thing, bro. Like you don't care if it's not. Acolyte showed that you don't care if it's not. Like if it's not something that's like to that level of a character, like then you just don't care, bro. Like nobody cares about watching B characters. Like we've seen that all the time. C characters, D characters. Like I don't care, even to the fact of Kenobi. Like you, bro. Unless you are him or / her, you is not enough.
That's not
juice.
true. People fucked with Mando. And Mando
But
ain't shit.
Because Mando had the potential to be him. Like when Mando had the potential to be him of the Mandalore, not of Star Wars, but be him of the Mandalore. That's when it was at its peak. Oh, I'm on one now, Justin. Look, when Mando was at the point, but he's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the one to wield the darksaber. He's gonna be the one to restore Mandalore to his proper place, and then we can go into this way, and he's gonna lead the Mandalore into this and this and that, right? The moment that it ended up being that he wasn't him, that Mando started to become a B character in his own show, when you had Bo-Katan being the one that looked like she's gonna lead it together, pull the Mandalorians together. And now this show loses juice.
But everyone loves Ahsoka. Like everyone loves Ahsoka. Maybe not as far as like this past show, but everyone loved Ahsoka in the Clone Wars, bro.
But I mean, but she wasn't the main in the Clone Wars.
The last season she was.
The last season she was, but like for the whole series, like the main draw to me of watching Clone Wars isn't Ahsoka. The main draw to me watching Clone Wars is watching the fall of Anakin Skywalker. Who is the one?
But people still fuck with her when that.
And guess what people fuck with the most? Guess what people fuck with the most out of the Ahsoka show? The him of the show, Anakin Skywalker, Vader. When it came to season 2 of Mando, you had 2 hymns on the show. You had Luke Skywalker pulling up. When you are him, that's what brings people out. You need to have.
You're telling me some random set of twins. You slap the chosen one on it. That makes them them.
That was a terrible way of doing it.
No, that is not it.
Doing it. But that is a terrible way. That's just as bad of a way of them doing it with Rey. Like that is way worse than the way of them handling it. The way
than how they did Rey.
Yeah, it's way worse of a way for them to handle it than the way they did with Rey. But what I'm saying is
this is worse than Reva, honestly.
But what I'm saying is going for that, and Reva wasn't supposed to be that. I don't know what the fuck Reva was. Reva
that's why to be that. Again, I don't ever want to hear Lucasfilm talk about how they want to do inclusion when y'all can't make a good black character. Y'all don't make character first and then let them be black or then let them be lesbian or gay or whatever. Y'all literally just y'all are butchering these characters before they even get off the shelf. It's crazy, bro.
But do you at least get my point that you need a him or her? Like this stuff doesn't work unless you have somebody that rises above everybody else.
I get what you're saying, but when you did, like, they already fucked that up by just slapping the chosen one on them. They know their fan base. Like, I don't know why we got to keep saying. So how do y'all not know your fan base at this point?
Let me ask you this: if the Acolyte was us going through a season of realizing that Osa is the her of this situation,
by her, the chosen one.
Like the one that rises above all other Jedi, like the one that's like whatever opposition is coming up, she's gonna be the main one.
But what makes her her? Like, why are we getting into her? If we go through season 1 and realize that she's her,
and like, cool,
is the chosen one aspect in play?
Not the chosen one. It doesn't have
we have a chance. We have a chance then. Is she as strong or stronger than Anakin?
People will fear her like Anakin. People will revere her like Anakin. Not to say that she would beat Anakin in a fight, but to say like in this playing field, she's the strongest.
Like between all her contemporaries.
Yeah.
Okay, we have something there. But once you bring up Anakin,
I'm sorry, Anakin's gonna get brought up by fans.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why I'm like, bro, Disney's fucking stupid. First of all, you let all of them go on this crazy PR run of literally shitting on George, and yes, the patriarchy going on with that. Then you do this to where like y'all know, guys. Look. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm a normal human being. I don't give a fuck about it being 2 lesbians or if it was 2 dudes, 2 gay guys. I don't care. But when you touch Anakin, and there's literally y'all are going on what is it? What are the books that they're saying there's precedence for this?
The Legends book.
It's Euro or whatever it's called. Yeah, sorry guys. Mainstream didn't read that shit.
You talking about EU books?
EU, the EU, whatever. Sorry guys, that shit ain't popular, buddy. And for y'all to always say the EU books. Y'all say we don't have source material. Oh, y'all are leaning on it now? Y'all are leaning on it now. Shut the fuck up and realize that y'all are fucking baiting type shit. Because I am not the smartest person in the room, but I sure as hell knew this would be probably... Look, I'm normal. I don't give a fuck. You ain't one. I think Amandla, right? She's a good actor, and she's not gonna deserve the fucking dumbass hate that these dumb red pill swallowing, MAGA swallowing. Well, actually, I guess there's some nice people on. I don't. You don't know what I mean. The fuck guys, the fuck boys. Y'all are gonna have a lot of the fuck boys out there running through her Twitter. And the thing is, y'all are ridiculous because y'all had the example when it came with Moses Ingram. And as I said, y'all bullied poor Moses Ingram out of freaking Star Wars, bro. So, like, no. Don't tell me anymore in Disney about how y'all love inclusion and how y'all want to include people when y'all ain't even giving these characters a chance to even be something.
But I don't want to go there because, I mean, at the end of the day, even if it was a white character, it would have been some shit. Like,
it would have been some shit, but they didn't even slap the white character on that shit.
Because, like, look at Moff Gideon. Like, people love Moff Gideon. Like, I don't want to say...
Okay, 1 out of what? 5 black people? Yeah, 1 out of 5. The guy's already fucking dead. Oh, but no, we want to go make a Lando movie, too. Fuck y'all. Fuck out of here. And I can't even... Here's the other thing, man. I can't even say it's Disney Star Wars right now. Because Disney got their fucking act together over on the Marvel side. They're over here... Lucasfilm is over here fucking shitting themselves.
Well, that's because they're just going to let KK fail. Like, I brought it back to it. Like, they just... At this point, Bob Iger is just... Like, this is going against everything that Bob Iger has said. This is going against everything, every signal that Marvel and Bob Iger have given out, whether it's the Disney statements or the stuff that's coming from the investor stuff. They're giving this to her so she could just fail out. Like, to me, they feel like they can't. Like I said before, and I know you disagree. Bob Iger doesn't feel like when it comes to, because he's got to appease a whole board of people. He's got to appease a board to keep his job. He feels like he doesn't have enough to completely justify canon KK right now. He doesn't. Now, the fans might be calling for it, but it has to be undeniable, undisputable, and that's the box office numbers. Like, the box office numbers for a main trilogy or like a consistent series of movies has to be in the tank for Kathy to be going. And that's probably why Kathy's not making movies right now. And that's probably why we're not getting a Star Wars movie for a while. It's because she knows the moment that she makes 2 movies and they're subpar, she's out. Are you tapped out?
No. Say that last part one more time for me. Just say that last part one more time.
What, you just want to hear that she's out?
Yeah.
The moment she makes 2 movies, she's gone?
Yeah, because... We're really acting like that is probably even on the table anymore.
What, the movies?
Like, bro, she's not leaving.
Dog.
She's not leaving.
Dog.
She's a PR nightmare. She's made shit shows.
No, she's not. Like, bro, to us, that's opinion. Like, that is opinion. Like, bro,
Indiana Jones made nothing.
There could be reasons why Indiana Jones. Like, I don't even think they revere Indiana Jones in that same light as Star Wars. Like, that's like saying Captain Marvel. Like, to me, bro, You're
I mean,
making
you have a
indie.
point. You have a point, but that movie is still a household name enough to make enough way more money than it did.
Not in today's age.
Not because of Lucasfilm age.
Not in today's age. Look, at the end of the day, when you look at what she's like, not saying KK is good or great or anything, but the number, she's still got more dubs in the box office than she's got L's in the box office.
She only took out 3.
And how many L's?
Probably just equivalent. At least 2.
Because, bro, we can't count the small. Like, I'm
Solo was a bomb.
Solo was never going to be what
they made it. It's a bomb.
No, but it's never. You don't get fired for a Solo. That's like Kevin Feige getting fired for the Marvels. Like, you're never going to get fired over a B character. Like, you're never going to get. I doubt the budget was that high for that movie.
Again, she don't have that resume that he does, bro. Come on now,
bro. It's not enough to justify firing her. Like, that's just the bit. Like, there is not enough when you got to please that board of people who some may like her and you want to keep your job. You have to make sure you have the juice to fire her. That's why he's letting her do her own thing. Like, I'm not over here saying that she shouldn't be fired. I agree with you that she should be gone. I'm pretty sure Bob Iger agrees with me that she should be gone. But if you ever even look at, like, bro, jobs at a fair, notice I'm saying jobs at a fair because some of them just really don't give a fuck. But jobs at a fair, I've seen it. You have shitty employees. You have shitty employees who make it much longer than what they should make it simply because firing them may cause more problems for the people who fired them than they cause solutions. So you have to let these people, I've seen it in work. I'm seeing it right now at my job. You let people fall on their face to the point to where, like, you let them go and there's no second guessing. You let them go. Victoria Alonso being fired is completely different because that's Kevin Feige and not Bob Iger. Like, that's Kevin Feige being able to do that with no repercussions, bro.
I agree with that. But in the same breath of what you just said is why she will not be fired.
No, it's undeniable. Like, if you're talking about your return to Star Wars movies and you're talking about making 3 Star Wars movies like what she's making right now, and she can't make any of those 3 movies, if they don't get over 7, I think they would probably live with, and she would probably never be gone if those movies make more than $750 million. If those movies make more than $750 million, I think
you're telling me name alone Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu, dog shit title, by the way. You're telling me that just name alone isn't going to bring out 750?
The first one will probably bring out 750. Whichever the first one is, will probably bring out 750. But if it's shit, the next 2 ain't bringing that out. Like, we're talking about a big fall off. Like, we're talking about going from Multiverse of Madness box office type numbers going down to like Ant-Man 3, down to like Thor, down to like the Marvels in the box office numbers. The lowest thing that Star Wars has ever put out. Like, whenever you come to like the titular, like, the reason why I don't count Solo and the reason why like even Rogue One is because like those seem to be off.
Gotta count them,
no,
bro.
like, because those seem to be off the path of like what. Like, those just seem to be off the path of what she was trying to do in that moment. Like, those don't.
No, because that literally affected how she released things. How bad Solo did literally change the way she released shit. So we can't just sit here and be like, nah.
I mean, how did it change how she released shit?
They postponed what was that one that was supposed to be coming right after it?
And that's a move they may look at her for, bro. So the fact that she saw that flop and adjusted and said, "Hold up, we're going to take a pause of breaks on this shit."
That's even more break that they're on, by the way.
That even gives her more reason. Look, at the end of the day, when they're looking at the box office numbers, she's got more dubs, and then she can look at Solo and be like, you know what? we're not doing that anymore. We're coming back, and now we're in the middle of the infinite break. We're in the middle of the infinite break. I'm just telling you, Iger doesn't have the support at Disney. What it comes down to, Iger does not have the support at Disney with the people on that board to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy right now. That's all that I'm saying. That's all that it comes to. He can't just fire her. She's not there just because of Bob Iger. I'm pretty sure the board has a lot of reason why she is there. That board is why Bob Iger has his job. Now, Bob Iger didn't give a fuck about his job. Maybe he would fire her. And I thought at one point maybe he wouldn't give a fuck about his job. But he does. So, like, if he didn't give a fuck about his job, then maybe he would fire her. But, like, bro, he does not have enough support to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. The only thing that would give him enough support to be able to justify Kathleen Kennedy is more box office bombs, which is hence why we're not. There's two reasons, like again, the actions of this stuff to me is why I feel like I'm on to something. Because one, he ain't helping her. The tunes that we going over here with Marvel to get Marvel back on the right track, and and those same tunes, those same beats to the drum, like they're beating to a completely different drum over there at Lucasfilm. So what that tells me is when you as a company, and I feel like he's probably doing the same thing with Pixar, like when you as a company are bringing these team members along with you, holding their hand, bringing them along with you, but you're letting one go on their own beaten path, that tells me you're just letting them go on their way and letting them fail on their own.
Oh, yeah, we've discussed that quite a bit. But I'm still on the mindset of if you haven't fired her yet, you're letting her throw her little seeds in for years to come, you're not firing her.
Then we're not on the same path. We're not on the same page. To me, it's chess. But I don't know. Like, I don't see a reason why he's going to keep her.
Bad thing of chest. She's throwing them hoes out right now and making weird decisions and making bad PR decisions. Like, come on.
Star Wars.
Like, she's easily worse than James Gunn when it comes to PR. Easily. She makes James Gunn look like a saint. The Force is female. The fuck, bitch? Fuck you mean? I've never known it to even be male. Like, I just thought it was the Force. The fuck? Like, what are we talking about? Why is that your PR statement? You are what?
All of that.
And listen,
Justin,
bro.
Justin. We don't have to go over that. Like, Justin, we both agree that she should be fired.
People say it is 60-40 men. Like, bro, are we really acting like it is 60-40 men? Come on, man. We know it is probably way more than that are in the percentage of this fandom. And look, we want more ladies up in this thing, but bro, it is male dominated by a bigger margin than 60-40. I hate to tell y'all that.
Here's the thing, there's this thing in media called push and pull. There's one where you pull people in, and there's a media where you pull the audience and you pull the video viewers in, and there's one where you push it on them. What Kathleen Kennedy and this like whole women stuff and this women thing is doing is pushing this on the male audience. And that's not attracting the male audience. It's not pulling the male audience in. So we're going to there's a whole bunch of shit that's pulling us in. It's not, that's not even it. It's the fact that they're trying to do this, but they're not even making these like likable characters, bro. They aren't even well thought out. I'm talking about. Like, they're pushing.
Dude, if you're gonna push it on somebody, I think you try to make it thought out character.
They're pushing on bullshit. Like, it doesn't matter quality. They're pushing this shit on us. It's not anything that's attracting us to come out. They're just continuing to push this shit on us, which is why they need. I think something that pull people in is a reboot, but maybe not. Anyway, that's the Star Wars talk.
Let me finish by saying this. I think I'm going to give the show a chance. I'm trying to be fucking open-minded. I really, really am. Like, there's a lot I did not like, but it has somewhat intriguing aspects to it. So I will give it that. I'm not going to front. If this does happen, though, I'm out, bro. I'm out until Ahsoka season 2. And then I'm out again after that. I know a lot of people say you shouldn't, like, somebody we know says don't cover it. Then don't watch it. Well, dude, it's weird because we all love this shit. That's why we're passionate about it. So I'm gonna watch it if it intrigues me at this point now. If it's some bullshit, nah. Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, not seeing that shit. Sorry. Andor season 2, not seeing that shit. I'm gonna pick and choose. And yeah. There's grifters on both sides, guys. Grifters on both sides.
But look, at the end of the day, Justin.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying with this show, man. I'm trying.
This is where we don't want to be, Justin. Unfortunately, every time we talk Star Wars is where we end up. It doesn't need to happen anymore. I don't know. I don't care enough about Star Wars to talk about it like this.
Yeah, I feel you, but it was my first. I started watching Star Wars before I started watching Marvel, so trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. But
I think it's funny when we're talking off camera. I think it's funny. Like, I think it's funnier when I can hear your reactions.
It's dog shit,
I
bro.
can hear your breaths off camera.
Yeah, it's dog shit, man.
And then boom, I get back into it. It's right back on your face in the middle of the reaction. Oh shit.
Trying to give Acolyte a chance out here.
All right. But look, we talk about something that's probably gonna look. Star Wars to me is broken. We're not coming back to it. Like,
true.
what the fuck is even coming back? This shit's broken. But something that's not broken, and we're not gonna spend too much time on this because it's 11:22 over where I'm at.
Hey man, if we start streaming on time.
You know what, Justin? I ain't playing to spend an hour and 16 minutes on Star Wars.
Come on, man. It's a
but
hot
Mr.
button issue
I gotta get KK fired over here.
I do. I'm sorry.
NFL has to go on a rant.
If she's in the NFL,
Wars. I want to talk about Marvel. I want to talk Marvel. You see my shirt? Marvel. Justin.
Let's make me happy because Marvel at least does that.
I want to talk Marvel. Jeez. Look, Marvel. There's been a lot of Marvel leaks that's been coming out since we ain't been in here. And one of the biggest ones that everybody's been talking about, biggest talks in the town, has been the fact that we're looking at getting 65 characters in Avengers 5. And there's this talk out there about Avengers 5 being both a multiversal and grounded story. Now, some of the fandoms is like, yo, that's like, what are you doing? That doesn't make sense. Like, you're struggling already. We don't give a fuck about none of these characters that's in here. Like, what are you, 65? Like, what are you talking about? While on the other hand, I'm looking at it as a glass half full type shit. Because look here, bro. Avengers 5 needs to do two things. It needs to, one, set up Secret Wars, and two, really get us set for a reboot. At the end of the day, a soft reboot. At the end of the day, where we're at with Marvel is they know we're at a dry point. They killed off their biggest characters. And yeah, it's really time to just get this shit rebooted and bring in the X-Men. Like, to be real, like, I don't even think bringing the X-Men into this universe saves all the problems because you still already got rid of Captain America. You still already don't have Chadwick, but you still already don't have T'Challa, even though like T'Challa Jr. can grow up and be a decent T'Challa. And you don't have Iron Man. It's like you have all of these things. You don't even have Asgard anymore either. Like, you got Thor, but you don't have Asgard. We got to work our way back to Savage Hulk. Like, there's just a lot of shit that's wrong with this universe that isn't even like a bad thing that we're here. It's just the fact that you had to tell a story. That story had to be told. And that story being told has to take sacrifices in order for it to hit the way it hits. That's just the way the story goes. Now, that happens in comics a lot, but the thing is, in comics, they're able to just bring these characters back because it's comics. Here it's about to be the same case with Secret Wars, and I think at the end of Secret Wars, these characters are going to come back where they look different and look the same. These characters are going to come back because it's comics and this universe gets remade. Now, with that being said, were you saying something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nope. With that being said, Avengers 5, one has to set us up for the reboot, and 2 has to be the grand send off to what we've done in the 616 universe. So when I hear something about 65 characters on the table, this makes sense. When I hear something about like having a multiversal and grounded story as an avenue to have 65 characters on have 65 characters on a movie, like on one movie, with absence of having a grandiose battle scene like you had in Endgame, that makes sense to me. So, Justin, what I'm feeling like here is, again, a lot of people are like, yo, why are you trying to pull this off? Why are you trying to do it? I think it is because they have to give this a swan song. And I actually really like the idea of having this many characters involved, because if you think about something like Infinity War, and I wish I would have done the research in time to actually go through and look at how many heroes were in Infinity War, right? Like how many named heroes were in Infinity War, because Infinity War to me is a perfect movie. It's like a superhero's wet dream. Not to say like it's a perfect movie, but to me it's a superhero movie wet dream. Like it's constant action, constant different story here, different story here. I'm getting something from each character that I came to like in the movies. And they all pretty much have like equal weight to their story. You have the grounded story of Captain America and them trying to keep the stone, like, you know, trying to keep the stones from getting to Thanos on Earth. And then you have the cosmic story of one, Tony Stark going out to space, and then two, the Guardians of the Galaxy being out in space trying to stop Thanos there. So you had the grounded and you had the cosmic thing there. I think it's the same type of concept here. Like when you're looking at the story, when you look at the article that put this out there talking about you're going to have Loki and Benedict Cumberbatch coming back in there, that's clearly the multiversal implication of that, because they're going to be having to do things on a multiversal level with their knowledge and mindset that people like Spider-Man or what's his name, Captain Falcon, like people like them, Simply Mind just won't compute that type of shit, to be real and to be blunt. It won't compute it. But they still have to have an equal way to play into it. So I do like the possibilities of where we're heading with that. And to me, ultimately, if you're going to have these 65 characters come back for Avengers 5, I want to see the universe be destroyed. I want to see U616 be gone. Everyone's on the table. We're all fighting for here. Let it be wiped out, leading us into Secret Wars and / Battle World for that movie. So I do like what they're going to be doing on those two levels. I think the only question that's left here, and maybe what's going to be a bigger part of a discussion, is who is the villain of Avengers 5? Like, is it going to be Beyonder Kang? Is it going to be an amalgamation of villains? Like, you know, you could just have the Beyonder Kang, and like I've heard, like what Josh said over there, with like an Ultron, or you know, people are just throwing out other villains, like they're like Doctor Doom being one of the villains there. I would really much rather Doctor Doom be saved for like Secret Wars itself, and maybe not for this destructionist, you know. Like maybe have Doctor Doom be the villain of Avengers 6 and 7 and have that play out. That could be cool. Rather than to have him be inserted into a movie that's could be controversial. Well, not controversial, but could just be not universally loved, you know what I'm saying? But Justin, what are your thoughts? Like, do you feel like doing 65 characters? Like, do you feel like they're doing too much here? Like they're trying to be too ambitious with this?
I don't want to say too ambitious, but like I don't. It kind of comes down to the same thing I have with kind of right now the issue I have with Deadpool. Why are we telling that already? Like I understand it's big shit, and why are we telling that? Like let that be a surprise.
In what way?
I don't let these 65 heroes be a surprise that we get when we see the movie.
So you just don't.
You know what I mean? It's not even that I don't want to be. No, it's kind of that because I don't really like the Juggernaut thing. I don't like that they missed that. These things, same thing with Multiverse of Madness, should have been kept to the chest. And then we see that and we're going crazy on it. I think now we're having time to sit on it and we're like, oh, they could really fuck this up because this is a lot of people they're going to have to fit in one movie and it kind of explain why all of them are there. To me, it does leave a lot of room for error. But given that too, like I am kind of with it. It kind of depends on who though. Like I know we're probably not going to get Spider-Man in there. Well, a lot of the Spider-Man universe type stuff will probably get Tom Holland. That's it. All of the Fox stuff is better be on the table. I am glad that they're finally using these characters. But I mean,
But
how are y'all going to build them up?
multiversal a little bit, so we can expect to maybe see some of the multiversal stuff pop in there. Like I'm thinking the Watcher, but for sure, everybody that's been introduced in Phase 4 is going to be there. For sure, all of the side characters that are alive that they try to make the main characters are going to be there, and then their sidekicks are going to be there. Like,
yeah, but that isn't even probably 30 of them.
You getting up there to like 50. Look,
are you?
Yep, I'm going off of that. Look, bro, with the vast, like, you're getting up there. You're getting like without having to go to the multiverse for a lot of things. Like when in my mind for this, when I first heard it, I was thinking about going to the multiverse for bringing an Iron Man, for bringing the Yondu, for bringing like just these different characters, like these characters that have died already, for bringing them back. But that doesn't seem to be the case for this movie. Now I do think you can look at having some of these Fox X-Men pop up, similar to how they popped up in whether it's Deadpool and Wolverine showing up, or similar to how they popped up in Multiverse of Madness and in the Marvels, like having them pop up in cameo forms. But like I said, to me, it's just like this is screaming time runs out to me. Like Avengers, like I know it's supposed to be Doctor Strange being time runs out. Here's the thing: I think the Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange 3, could just end up being the equivalent of Doctor Strange's arc and time runs out. But bro, like I'm absolutely, like I mentioned, I'm absolutely here for it. I think the biggest question, I'm not concerned about the 65 characters. I'm more concerned about the villain and why the 65 characters are being involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all of that has to like come together. That to me is the biggest concern because you can throw the 65 characters out there and have good reason for them to be there, but if the villain is lackluster, if the villain doesn't make sense for them to all be there and show up, then what's the point? True. And that's to me the biggest concern because the last time we had all the heroes show up to go against the villain, guess what? He had 10 years of build up for that shit.
Yeah.
And the movie before that, we saw him wipe the floor with every single Avenger that we know.
True.
From the beginning with Hulk. From the very start, he's carrying with Thor like
fucking a rag. Thor, yeah, exactly. Get the shit out of Thor.
From the very start, he fucked Thor so up that Thor said, fuck everybody else. I just need to go get something to kill this dude.
Yeah.
That is a concern. Like, so to me, it can't be somebody that we've seen them defeat before. Like, it can't be I heard the Ultron shit. Like, I'm over Ultron at this point. Like, it can't be that. Like, unless
I don't want him for that big of something, but like I am down to see him as like a villain of the week type shit in a movie.
Yeah, villain of the week type shit, but not to be a reason character. Why we have to have a group of Avengers pop up in this way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more so it being the Beyonder version of Kang. Like, to be real, and not even to say like it's Kang, just knowing the Beyonder's powers, like what the Beyonder is, and if they just want to end up tying that into Kang, it is what it is. But like even then, it's risky because it doesn't feel earned. Like the respect doesn't feel earned, even if what's going on, Mr. Griffin? Even if you just throw in Dr. Doom, like where's the earned value of that? to have all of these characters pop up. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love Doctor Doom to be thrown in like Avengers 6 and the Secret Wars, but just to pull out all of these characters in this one movie off of one appearance, that is very highly concerning. I'm worried about how they're gonna pull that off. But I have more faith in it.
Exactly. I have way more faith that they're gonna pull it together and make it make sense than I do what we're getting tomorrow. Just gonna leave it at that.
Now, on the other Marvel news, so one thing that came out earlier was that this is the lineup, bro. For what we're hearing, the small Avengers team lineup in Captain America: Brave New World. I'm afraid that like they're gonna be using these movies. They're gonna really try to what do you call it? Civil War a lot of these movies. Like instead of giving us Avengers movies before Avengers 5, we're gonna get like Avengers 4.2, Avengers 4.6, Avengers 4.8 before we get to Avengers 5. This Brave New World lineup, what's going on, X-Wing? This Brave New World lineup, bro.
X-Wing, what's up, man?
This Brave New World lineup is very concerning to me. Holy shit, what is that? Is that a fucking lightning bug? The fuck?
By the way, chillin' asked where you got that shirt from. Because it is kind of dope.
I thought he was talking about your shirt.
I think he's talking about yours.
Mine's
bland. Shirt? Mine's bland. Oh, X-Wing. By the way, look, this is I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt to represent probably the last time I'm a Star Wars fan after this today.
Shit.
I digress.
Shit. Here he goes. He goes. You are still going to be a Star Wars fan after tomorrow. Nothing is going to... If you're a Star Wars fan now, tomorrow's not going to break you, bro.
You want to bet?
No, because you're in control of that bet.
Because...
Like, what is broken to you, bro?
Tomorrow gonna be wild.
We're not going down this rabbit hole. We just got out of this fucking rabbit hole. We're not going back down this fucking rabbit hole again, dog. We're not doing that.
Kindle.
We are not getting sucked, pause, back into this. All right? It's not happening.
X-Wing was just doing a panel because I had both two tapped.
X-Wing wants us to get sucked back into the oblivion. That's not happening.
Finish your thought, and then we'll do one little itsy bitsy. Okay, right. I can defend my point. Okay?
Look, anyway, they're talking about look at this cast, bro. Captain America, Hulk. Fuck, I hate them calling him Captain America. I'm sorry, but Captain America,
Panther,
Hulk, Falcon, Black Pantress, She-Hulk, and Wong.
What the fuck is Black Pantress? The fuck you mean?
Shuri, dude. I mean, you almost made me slip.
Okay. Don't disrespect her. Still put Black Panther, but
you said who was Black Panther? It was who? How am I disrespecting Shuri when I knew who Shuri was when I said Black Panther the first time? And you said
Black Pantress.
No, I said Black Pantress after I said Black Panther. And you was like Black Panther, and I was like Black Pantress then. Like,
no, I said Black Pantress. Question like
no, run it back. Go run it back, Justin.
Dude, this is YouTube. I could quickly go look it up, but I know what I said.
I clearly said Black Panther first, and then you said Black Panther. I was like, fuck it, Black Pantress then. Run it back.
Okay. No, never mind. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
No, did you run it back?
I know what it said. No, I don't need to. I know what's happening.
Somebody in chat run it back. Somebody in chat run it back. Tell Justin
because I was saying Black Panther when I was reading the screen. I was like, Black Panther, like what the fuck?
Yeah, you was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Black Panthers, dude, like, Shuri. Like,
anyways, okay, go ahead. What are you over there grinning about, bro? You going to check?
I'm not going to go check. But anyway, like, bro, this lineup here, it's funny. You got Captain America and then Falcon. This lineup here is really subpar, bro. More reasons of why, like, I'm really looking forward to this 65 characters, just destroy them all reboot type of shit. Like, it's this ain't it.
But this is just for Brave New World, so.
But like, I would much rather them just give me Sam and let it be mid. maybe Hulk, Sam, and Hulk, and let it be
Dude,
mid.
you would be
Then
complaining way more
what?
if it was just Sam.
No. Because you want to
Yes.
know why? You want to know
Yes.
why? Because now they're giving me She-Hulk to complain about. Now they're giving me Shuri Black Panther to complain about. Now they're giving me Smart Hulk to complain. Like, bro, they're giving me more Wong. Like, I'm sorry, it's an unsung thing. They are like overdoing Wong. I'm sorry. Like,
They are. I won't lie. I love
so
Wong, but they are.
fucking over Wong. Like, I am over that shit. Not to say he's not a good dude or good character, whatever. But like, bro,
He's in everything they do right now.
he was not cast for that.
Yes.
Wong was not cast, just like Sam was not cast to be Captain America and the leader of the Avengers and the face of the fucking Marvel. Wong was not cast to be this. And we're just more and more falling into this trap of midness. This is a lineup of midness, bro.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Like, bro, like, the only character on here who I would really be interested in seeing get their own movie is the Hulk, and that's barely it because he's smart. Like,
it's okay. It's okay. Let it out. If
we had Savage Hulk, if this lineup was Savage Hulk, I would maybe feel so much better. But even with Smart Hulk, you're taking away.
But what if this turns into Savage Hulk?
But you still got to go through the whole movie for that shit to happen.
That's the point of the movie, though. Come on. No. Don't let your hate blind you.
No. I can't wait to see She-Hulk get nagged to death. I can't wait to see Hulk get nagged to death by She-Hulk. Like that shit, bro. Like that shit. Like you're gonna have the cousins up there. Like I'm so like, bro. It's this. If I was feeling better about Brave New World, it's not. It's getting much worse for me. Like this does not encourage me. The fact that we have Giancarlo Esposito walking around with ocean knives, I mean with May knives. Like Giancarlo Esposito is going to be playing somebody. He's going to be on his Equalizer shit. First off, Giancarlo, like, why are you taking a role that's not Doom or that's not fucking even?
That is questionable,
even
bro.
under?
That is like, really questionable.
Or why are you taking a role that has you walking out in these streets?
That is very questionable.
I'm not fucking with that. I'm just not. I'm not fucking with this lineup. This lineup is absolute dog shit. Because one, there is no character on here who I think can even carry their own movie. Like the brilliance of having all of these people in here,
is they
like of having like in Civil War. The brilliance of having like the people in Civil War all on one screen together. The secret was majority of them could carry their own fucking movie. Even Black Widow could carry her own fucking movie. Even Hawkeye could carry his own series where he's a secondary person, but I'm still intrigued enough in the series because it's fucking Hawkeye. Like, bro, everybody in that shit could carry their own thing. Wanda carried WandaVision, right? Like, everybody in that shit could carry their own thing in Civil War. Not one fucking person on here can carry their own thing. The only person that could carry their own thing would be Hulk, but he's Smart Hulk. And Smart Hulk takes all of the best aspects of Bruce Banner and Hulk out of the equation. So, boom, like, what the fuck do we really fucking have here? Shit. Damn.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I do think you are a little OD on it because it's all in one. So, I think I'd have more alarms if it's just Captain America, bro.
No. Bro. All in one doesn't make it better. It just gives you more shit to complain about, bro. Like, it's... I can't point to nothing right now. Let's see.
Bro, okay.
Can I point to the Marvels?
There is a lot more... Dude, you can't. You think the Marvels was not that bad.
It wasn't that bad. And this will be not that bad, maybe.
Exactly.
This will be not that bad.
That's why they're doing the significant difference between Star Wars and Marvel.
But we don't need a not that bad from Captain America. Like, they needed this to be good. I'm not saying that
this needed to be perfect. This was also
made this to be great
when the shitstorm was going on.
But this is going to be an L, bro. At the end of the day, not that bad is going to be an L.
If it's a mediocre L, like a Captain Marvel L, that's okay.
But if it's a Marvel, if it's the Marvel L, that's bad.
because it's going to be coming right after this hopefully masterpiece in Deadpool.
Yeah, we're gonna get Deadpool, then we're gonna get Agatha Coven of Chaos.
Yeah, but barely. Let's be completely real. Not a lot of people are going to fucking watch that
Just
shit.
because you don't watch it in just because people don't watch it doesn't mean they're not gonna count it as an L.
I mean,
That's
okay,
that's the main reason why people count Ms. Marvel as an L, even though it wasn't that bad of a show.
You can't do that. You can't do that. We're over here tallying L's that aren't that big of L's, but we don't even want to say Solo was an L.
Solo was an L, but not to the mind of the people in the box.
Bro,
look, that conversation with Kathleen Kennedy, conversation is not from the perspective of a fan. It's not from the perspective of my opinion. That Kathleen Kennedy conversation is from the perspective of Bob Iger and the people on that board, who all they look at is numbers. That's the only thing. So, like, that's different. That's different
Did you see
than
the
me
X-Men
having
fan?
this fan. That's different than me having this fan perspective.
Oh, wait. First,
I would call Solo an L.
Doom? Did you see the Doom thing?
Dr. Doom gonna take over everything because Kang flopped harder than an overplayed soccer player.
True.
He should.
Facts.
But he's not.
Facts.
They're gonna finish his story out. They're gonna finish his Kang story out. It's gonna be
no,
adjusted.
They don't need to. They don't need to.
But they are.
They shouldn't.
But they are.
Because we don't need that no more.
Everything's pointing to them.
And X-Wing, what are you saying? Oh hell nah to.
He's probably to the Solo L. I feel like that's probably what's coming.
That shit was a
oh my bad. This is the Cap movie. That's better. Still not on that level. It's not on that level, bro. Like, dog. It's
not on that level.
This lineup is giving me a subpar Civil War. That's what it's going to be compared to. This lineup is it's going to be compared to Civil War. Because I think Civil War is the only other movie that's a solo movie where you got this many other like titular heroes in it. I love saying that word.
Titular.
But it's gonna fall very short. And like I said, first of all, you got two of the most controversial characters on this show. I mean, two of the most controversial characters of Phase 4 on here. I don't want to say most controversial, but definitely top 5. That is Shuri Black Panther, who was surrounded by controversy of not recasting T'Challa, but whole people feeling like this is part of an agenda that they wanted to go forward with this. And then you got She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Both of them on one screen. Like, they couldn't even go, they can't go Ram Booty.
They should have,
but they can't because she's on another universe. Her fine ass. Then you're gonna have B character, like not even B character. I'm sorry, sideline character, and bro, you're all the way you're a fucking water boy.
He really is, dude.
You're washed. This lineup is ass.
But the thing is that the Falcon is gonna be not even Mackie. That's gonna be his buddy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what, bro. That's what I'm saying. That he's all
look,
the way.
I'm with you. It's not a good. This is a terrible lineup. Terrible lineup.
I would really much rather have Sam.
But I have faith in Feige right now.
I would really have Sam prove himself by himself. Like I would really much rather have Sam and maybe the Hulk in the movie, and that be it. I mean, of course, the Falcon was going to be there. Of course, the Falcon was going to be there. But like,
but what if it's like a little cameo?
It doesn't feel like it.
Like a brief.
Like if you're a team, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be a cameo. Now, like that does change everything, I guess, of what they're doing. Bro, I would much rather have Shang-Chi.
Dude, J Field, you're 100% right. Like I would.
Fucking yes. Replace Black Panther and replace Black Panther and Wong and She-Hulk with Daredevil and Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be actually perfect.
That would be great. I would, you know what? If we're doing trades, I would trade Black Panther, She-Hulk, and Wong for Daredevil, Shang-Chi, and Awkwafina.
I'd be down. All right, what is X-Wing saying, man? What is X-Wing saying, man?
He's agreeing.
I think Let me read because I know you.
Wait. He said Cap
I
Anthony
know
Mackie
you.
is the only one who can act. This X-Wing, like you had me until the last. He had me in the first half.
X-Wing, what was your
Anthony Mackie?
thought?
I'm sorry, Anthony. You ain't been here long enough to hear how we feel about Anthony Mackie.
How you
How
feel
I
about
feel about Anthony Mackie.
Mackie? No, I think he's all right. He ain't amazing, but he all right. You, on the other hand,
he ain't good enough to carry this shit. I tell you that.
he's
Don't
not,
nobody want to hear nobody
not.
talk like a preacher the whole fucking time.
Okay, yeah,
Like he's fuck. I mean, maybe that's why he's perfect for the role. Because like some military people, not all, because I got a whole bunch of military friends that are cool, but some military people are just preachy motherfuckers, right? Some of them are just preachy motherfuckers.
You need to do.
You need to do better. Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Shit.
And the funny thing is, the biggest thing that makes me even stand harder on this Anthony Mackie stance is all on him. It's all on him. It's all on him. Like, it's not even the fact that, like, you know, I could be like, but it's not just completely on him because he's just acting how other people want. That speech was all on Mackie, bro. And that put the nail in the coffin. Like, Mackie ain't it. Like, recast this motherfucker ASAP, dog.
X-Wing, what was your thoughts on Acolyte while Kindle continues?
Wait. Oh no, we are not going back there right now.
I need to hear it. I need to hear it. I need to hear it.
Can I don't want to lose my 133-day streak on Duolingo. So if y'all can indulge me for just 1 minute.
Yeah, take care of that.
I don't gotta take care of it. I'm just gonna
I'll be real. Look, this is a dog shit lineup, by the way. Like, this is a dog shit lineup. I won't sugarcoat it.
Mi novio siempre usa camisetas rojas.
Sí.
Mis amigas siempre necesitan. Mis amigas siempre necesitan muchos zapatos. We're doing this, Justin.
Comprende.
Sonia quiere sus carteras verdes ahora.
¿Qué?
Juan y yo nunca usamos zapatos rojos.
Me too.
Ana quiere un vestido verde. Damn, how many of these words this time? I thought this was going to be done.
I failed Spanish. Sorry, guys.
Vestidos son muy grandes.
I heard something was big.
Yo no quiero estas camisetas pequeñas. Damn. These used it quicker. I'm sorry. Tú tienes un vestido rojo. ¿Cuántos pantalones necesitas?
Well, I heard pants. Oh, you need pants?
Yo estoy contento con mis zapatos nuevos. All right, boom. My streak is saved. 137.
Quality YouTube content.
I just needed to say my fucking streak because we got to talk about Star Wars for a whole fucking hour. And
hold on, no. I wanted to be. X-Wing. I just want to hear X-Wing. What did you think? And then
Our next topic.
That's it.
You're not going to bring me down the Star Wars rabbit hole. Dude, I just want to know real quick. Look, dude, it's time for the D20. It's time for.
I'm mourning right now. Can you just be there for me?
No. Because it's time for the D23 and San Diego Comic-Con stuff to be talking. I mean, we hearing about this stuff, like the films and the shows is going to be coming out soon. Justin, just real quick question. Out of the shows, link it, I'll say it and leave. Okay, I would do that after this. I will shoot you the link. X-Wing, I think I'll shoot it to you on Twitter. Is that what you're saying? You come on and say it? Let me know. We got Shang-Chi 2, Moon Knight, Young Avengers, Ghost Rider, Thor, The Mighty Thor, Midnight Suns, Doctor Strange 3, and Avengers Forever. Which one of these titles intrigue you the most, and which one of these titles you wish would go away?
Shang-Chi 2, I am very intrigued. It's a little too long that we've had to wait for it. But that is a character that I really, really like, and I'm really, really upset that they've sidelined him for so long. The one that needs to go, Young Avengers. Unfortunately, no. no. I don't know what they're thinking. Actually, it's a toss up between Moon Knight and Young Avengers, but I'm going to lean more so Young Avengers.
Look,
I love Haley Steinfeld for real, and I want to see her in more projects, but not Young Avengers. Sorry.
Look, X-Way's gonna come on here, and we. Maybe later. Oh damn! I can't even message you, bro, because I'm not verified. That's crazy.
He has to have a Discord, right?
That's crazy, actually. I can't even message you, bro. Because I'm not verified like you. I'm not an OG. Can you message me first, and then maybe I can message you back? I can't send it through Twitter though.
All right, give us real quick what's yours that you're forward to too.
Yeah, I don't think we're on any type of Discord together either. So,
you said what's your at?
What's my at? Nerds Underground. That's
dude. Twitter is such a trash app now, bro.
Bro, it is. It's straight up booty cheeks.
It's full of porn, and that's pretty much it these days.
It's actually the Nerds UG, not the Nerds Underground. The Nerds UG. I'm trying to find the link. It should be on. It should be in the description below. By the way, Justin's description is below too.
Appreciate that. Say your thing real quick before he gets in, if you can.
What else did I have to talk about?
Who you're out of those
that I'm be hyped to see. Definitely Doctor Strange 3. I'm most hyped to see that. Honorable mentions for most hype, I will go with the Mighty Thor. Like, I just want to see the same way I want to see Savage Hulk come back. I want to see Thor come back.
I kind of want that too, but it's a little bit under Shang-Chi.
And then Shang-Chi 2 is up there too. Look, and then we were just talking about Twitter, and I go to my main screen, and then this is what's on my Twitter. Like, I don't even want to see this. I don't even want to see that. Like,
get it off the screen. Why? Get it off the screen.
Just like, why? and then I scroll down, and this is the next thing.
More booty cheeks?
No, like this. They're gonna fight. Like, that's Twitter in a nutshell. I just scroll down those two things before I even get to like
dumb, bro.
Content that I'm actually even interested in. Like, content that I'm actually even interested in.
You're playing a dangerous game right now, scrolling.
I am, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, you wilding a little bit scrolling. I
will give Twitter the benefit of the doubt to say that, like, Twitter, you aren't there you go, boom. We're in there. I just sent it to you. I will give Twitter the benefit of the doubt to say, like, Twitter does a better job of just, like, the real wild shit, like the nudity and stuff. Like, they don't push that out, at least on my algorithm.
Bro, I'd rather have that pushed out than seeing fucking people straight up die, and that's what they be doing.
No, I'd rather see people die.
Hell no. I watch porn all the time. That don't affect me as crazy as freaking seeing somebody straight up die.
Yeah, I try not to watch porn. So, like, I don't want to see it.
But you'd rather see somebody die.
I'd rather see somebody
die. Hell no, bro.
That sounds wild.
That's a wild compromise.
That sounds wild. That sounds wild. That actually sounds real wild.
You didn't see some dude die. Nah, I want to see dudes get their brains blown out.
That's the options on Twitter right now. Like, it's ridiculous. I hate Twitter, man. It's so stupid.
But either way, you see brains. What's going on, X-Wing? Welcome to the first time of the channel.
Either way you see brains is stupid. Shut up. What's up, X-Wing?
What's up, guys?
Oh, man.
Damn. All right. Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
man. It's
say what's up to the underground fam.
Ooh, man. All right. Well, that's a hell of a way to start the situation.
it really is. It really is. We apologize. We're usually
Twitter-
more professional.
Dude, Twitter has been like it's been a cesspool lately.
Mhm.
Like they just made the announcement the other day. They're like, "Hey, by the way, porn is cool. You want to put that on Twitter? Like, go nuts, have fun."
Go ahead.
All of a sudden, like, I'll open up something about Star Wars, and right underneath it is some chick just, and I'm like,
Exactly.
I wanted to hear what somebody had to say about like Leslie Headland, and I
Mhm.
just saw some chick. She's like, "Follow my OnlyFans." Like, it's too much.
Twitter is not safe to open in public anymore. It's
It's,
not.
you see a tweet. You see a tweet like the Force is female, and then you scroll down. You scroll down,
Yeah,
and it's
she's
like,
"Yeah,
Follow my
my
force.
OnlyFans is female.
watch me shove this lightsaber right up my." Damn, dude.
Follow
That's
me
the
to
crazy part,
Headland.
too,
Oh
is,
my
like,
gosh,
all these OnlyFans chicks who are like they're preying on the Star Wars fan base right now.
Mhm.
Dude, bro,
Preying
yeah.
like little huntresses, dude. I seen one the other day too, and I called her out on. I'm like, "Don't you sell pictures of your asshole on the internet for like money?" She was trying to make this argument, like, "Hey, if you don't like this show, then I hate you." Blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, the only reason you're here is
Mhm.
because there's a bunch of dudes in their basement who'd
Yep.
never seen the day of light, who'd never seen a woman in their life, and they're like, "You like Star Wars?
Oh my god, she did a Rey cosplay?
Oh my god. How much? $15 a month? I'll cancel my Netflix." Like, bro.
Look, some of those women are gorgeous too, by the way. But those dudes that be getting tricked like
Such
that
a-
are
it's
I
such a
didn't,
sad
I didn't
world.
say they weren't hot.
I ain't paying $15 for that, brother.
Wait, y'all see the hot ones? I only see the ones that look like old moms. Like, what the fuck?
Dude,
like, what's
dude.
wrong? What's wrong with my algorithm?
Yeah.
X?
My goal
Like, I
is
can't
to
even-
be
I can't even get the hot ones.
famous enough to be able to slide in one of their DMs real quick.
Well, you know why you don't see the super hot ones is
Mhm.
because they already made it. They don't need to
you're right.
advertise in Star
True.
Wars Twitter. You know what I mean? Star Wars
Right.
Twitter is like they're at the bottom. They're like, "I'll take whoever I can get." We're my basement nerds. Subscribe to
Mhm.
my OnlyFans.
Kind of like I'm trying to hit 1,000.
Yeah,
like I'm trying to hit 1,000 followers. Come.
it's bad, bro.
Anyway.
It's bad out there.
So, but
Anyways, man, how was your last?
we went in
Tuesday?
on our Acolyte take. We got to hear what are your thoughts for tomorrow.
Man, it's so funny. Every time one of these shows comes out, I piss off a lot of my friends at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then I piss off a lot of my friends at the end.
Mhm.
And I feel like they do this on purpose, is because they started out, they softball it. They softball the beginning of the show. They're like, "Hey, look, we're Star Wars,
Mhm.
right? You guys remember this? We're Star
Put the
Wars."
tip
And
in.
I start out and I'm like, you know what? They didn't do so bad. They started at this show right. I mean, look, we got music that I approve of. We've got set design that I approve of. I mean, the characters are trash. The dialogue's absolutely horrible, but
Oh
at
my
least we're in
God.
the Star Wars
Woo.
universe, right? And so that's where I'm at. Episode 1 and 2, I'm like, look, they set up the universe right. They're putting in the good music, the music that I've been like screaming for since Disney took over Star Wars. I'm like, finally, you took it in your brain to make actual Star Wars music. John Williams, man, that was 90% of Star Wars when Star Wars came out, was John Williams. So they finally get the music right. And then I'm watching the show and I'm just like, who wrote this? who the fuck wrote this dialogue? Like,
oh, man.
if I was teaching 6th grade and somebody turned that in, I'd be like, Bobby, we gotta talk about this. Okay. Like,
Yep.
you have to put emotion when you're writing something. It's just bad. It's just bad. That's the bottom
Attack
line.
me with all your might.
I can, yeah.
Great line. Great line.
And so the problem is you sprinkle that in with choreography that does not fit in the Star Wars universe. I'm not saying it's bad choreography at all.
Thank you.
Because look, that would land it. Dude, if it was Shang-Chi, great. If this was The
No.
Matrix,
no,
great.
They just took Ip Man and put it in Star Wars.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's great choreography. Is it Star Wars choreography? Fuck no. That shit don't make any sense at all. And so that's kind of where my brain's at. And it's so funny because the people who don't understand Star Wars are saying it's great choreography. And I'm like, you're right. You're wrong. And the people are saying, this is great dialogue because it's bad dialogue like Star Wars. I'm like, you're right. You're wrong. And so it's impossible to have this debate with these people who are Star Wars tourists because they don't understand. Like, you're right. It is great. You're wrong. It's not Star Wars. It's a really hard conversation to have.
So I guess my question is so I'm guessing you're like okay with the first two, right? Is that what I'm gathering?
I mean, not really. It's just kind of comical at this point.
Are you at least intrigued enough to watch, the rest of the season so far?
I'm gonna watch episode 3 out of sheer morbid curiosity because of what I've heard that's going on. And I spent, 3 or 4 years building a Star Wars channel. Might as well ride this thing out until the bloody end.
Yep.
But at this point, if I could tell you what's happening tomorrow morning at about 9 a.m., tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., you will see a perfect recreation of Return of the King when Aragorn turns back and he goes, "For Frodo." I will hop on my computer. I'm going to set my stream up and I will go full blown into this episode knowing that this is the death of Star Wars for good. This is it.
Told you, Kindle. Told you.
I'm just like, I don't know. I don't see it being. Do I see it being liked? No. Like I'm seeing all this stuff coming up to, but like, bro, they're not just gonna suck us back in. Like, there's not gonna be like, is this really gonna be the nail of the coffin, or where like there's gonna be nothing that brings you back in, that brings you interest? Because I mean, I feel like we've been here before. So I don't.
We have been here. We've been here before. A million times we've been here before. But here's the thing, man. Star Wars fans got a real long fuse. Really long fuse. You have to imagine if it took you, in my lifetime, Star Wars existed before I was born. It's taken me 32 years to get where I'm at with my best friend, Star Wars. 2-3 years of, 5 years even of just like bad shit is not going to end it. You know what I mean? But I can only get punched in the mouth so many times until I am ready to punch you right the F back.
Thank you. We cuss on here, so you can say it.
I'm gonna punch you right the fuck back in the mouth because I'm just tired of this, dude. I'm tired. And like I said, I had a really long fuse with Star Wars, but I've gotten to the point now where I'm done. I'm just done, dude. I have given them so many opportunities to try and do something, anything. And I had this really interesting conversation with the Saska sisters. You've seen them around. Obviously, the Saska sisters, they got Yaira going on right now, Rippaverse. I mean, absolutely incredible women. I was talking to them on Bro Science with Beardo and Dan Bass the other day. And I asked them, I said, what do you think the problem is with Lucasfilm? Because they were talking about, you get a bad director, you get a bad writer, whatever the case may be. And what they told me was, essentially, usually it comes back to the director first. But if the director is a well-known director, then it goes back to the studio. The problem with Lucasfilm, and it really is a long line. The problem with Lucasfilm is that Lucasfilm is a subsidiary of Disney. Disney is a weird company that is run not by the board, but by the president. It's the inverse of most major companies. So usually the board tells the president what to do. The president goes and tells everybody else what to do. Disney's the opposite. And I think they run Lucasfilm the same way. And so as absent as she has been through all of these conversations, especially in the last year and a half, Kathleen Kennedy's been a fucking ghost. She has been nowhere. She is absolutely still the fucking issue with Lucasfilm. And it's not going to change until she's gone.
And that's where I'm at, to where this shit. One, I'm gonna put it like this. I think fans at this point, the most entertaining part about Star Wars is the conversation around it. Is getting
the only entertaining thing.
Like, that's what's keeping it going. And I think we can't leave that alone. So like, one, that's why I feel like this is going to be the death of it, because the conversation is going to keep going. Like, the conversation is not going to end on this, because it's going to be another one like, oh my fucking God, it's another fucking L and Kathy is still here. I told Justin that I think the only thing that's going to get her out is movies. Like, these shows aren't going to get her out. Nothing's going to get her out but 2 more fucking bombs in the movie theaters. Because for some reason, I told Justin, I don't know if you see it too, Bob Iger isn't giving her the same type of treatment that he's giving Kevin Feige over there.
Normie, why do you think they're not making movies? I'm gonna tell you why
don't
right
wanna get
now.
fired.
Because everything that they do inside of Disney Plus, you can sweep under the rug.
Yep, she don't
You
want to
can
get fired.
cover that. You
Yep.
can hide that shit. You put it in the box office, in
She's
the
out.
court of public opinion, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's why they're not making movies.
Yep. And that's why I think, and that's what I'm saying. I think at this point, Bob Iger's letting her fail. I don't know. Like, maybe you have more insight on the structure, but like, I don't know. I feel like she might have some support on that board that Bob Iger feels like he can't pull the plug on her. Because I feel like if he's looking at the stuff that she's putting out there.
Same.
I don't know.
If
how
this was
fuck
the
she has a
NFL,
job.
she's gone.
She still has I think she still has a job based on the fact of the sequel, like the fact that the fucking sequel trilogy made money.
No, I think it's off of C-Dub. I think what C-Dub said was right. There is nobody that wants that
money,
shit.
Though. That's the craziest shit. Like, people are always like, man, the sequel trilogy made so much money. It didn't. Because here's the shit that people don't think about. Advertising costs. With everything that happened with the sequel trilogy, okay, so obviously you have to think about paying your actors, but, you know, everything that goes on with that. Sequel trilogy, I would say that they did come out on top after the sequel trilogy in terms of profit made. They lost all of that in their first 4 Disney Plus shows. Completely lost. And the last episode, or not the last episode, the last show that they're making now, The Acolyte, cost $180 million to make. Okay.
Jesus
Dune 2 cost $190 million. Dune 2, arguably the most successful sci-fi movie that's been made in the past 20 years, Dune 2, cost the same amount as the fucking Acolyte. Do you think as many people are subscribing to Disney Plus as that went to fucking see Dune 2?
Hell the fuck no.
No, dude.
Hell the fuck no.
No.
Hell the fuck no. Hell the fuck no.
It's not working. What they're doing is not working. And what's going to happen? People are asking, like, when is the shift going to come? What's going to happen? Why are they making this shit and people are still gobbling it up? Eventually, what's going to happen? I think Acolyte hopefully is the last one. This is the thing that kicks the fucking pendulum off of the ledge so that it swings, is that the investors at Disney don't give a fuck about DEI. They really don't care. They don't care if you're gay. I'm sorry, normies.
Thank you. They
don't care about your skin color. They don't give a fuck about melanin content. They care about one color, and that's fucking green. That's it. That's all they give a shit about. And so if they're not getting the green, they're going to go, something's not working. We need to change what's going on. And it's taken 5, 6, 7, we're coming up on almost 9 years now where that pendulum will finally swing and they go, hey, that shit we're doing's not working. Maybe we should try something else.
I'm with you. I'm glad
I'm
you
with
said
you.
that because
I agree. Like, I'm with you 100%, but I'm still stuck to where I don't feel like for some reason the board is seeing that. Like to where the president, like to where Bob Iger is seeing that to pull the plug on
about
that.
to come out, bro. Skeleton
Baby
Crew,
Max
they
Rebo.
think that's gonna be fucking good. Skeleton Crew, guys.
See,
y'all can't tell me no one.
These board people are weird. Oh hell no. So like
Skeleton
I'm
Crew
with
is
you.
a better option than Lando,
here's the interesting part.
That is not a high bar.
Here's the interesting part. Like I am 100% agreeing with everything you're saying. I just feel like the actions of what I feel like Bob Iger, based on the stuff that he's been saying about Marvel and what Marvel's going to get back to, based on the things he's been saying about what, like, taking the messaging out of the content and all that stuff, he's been saying the right things.
When did he say he was going to take messaging out of content?
That was like back in a couple of months ago.
He said we're going to take messaging out of content. I want to be sure.
Not messaging.
We hear exactly what he said.
That was the
Marvel, right?
That was the kind of not like quote for quote. Let me say not quote for quote, but to paraphrase, at least from the hope that I get, it is to say they wanted to put more of that stuff.
That's why your hope is lost. That's a fucking terrible idea. Don't put hope in that. If that's not exactly what he said, look, here's the problem. Corporations are, and it is written in their MO. If you go, their mission statement, their MS, everything. If you go to Disney, DEI and ESG are written into their mission statement. So when you actually look and find out like where they get their funding from studios, I said that completely wrong. Where they actually get their funding from the banks to fund the studios is through ESG and DEI. So when you say remove the messaging from the content, you can't remove the messaging from the content because part of the qualifications to get the money to make the movies comes from ESG and DEI in front of storytelling.
But as far
That's
as
the bottom line.
As far as like what I'm putting at is the not to like say
Blending
quote
of it.
for quote, like word for word for that. But as far as like this whole like agenda stuff, like the politics stuff that they're going, like they're triggering that, like that you can have you can have the diversity and stuff in that without having that like agenda and like that being the forefront of the
100%.
stories and going through there.
You can tell a good story and have
That's-
people with different melanin content in it.
Yeah,
Actually, it's possible. I don't
yeah.
know why they haven't figured out how to do
You
it
can
yet,
actually,
but
yeah, you can definitely do that. And I think that's definitely what Marvel, from some of the things that we're hearing and some of the things that are supposed to become, that's what I feel like Marvel and Bob Iger are trying to push for. He's just not giving a fuck about what they're doing over there at Star Wars. Because to me, Star Wars got to fail. Like, they have to fail more in order for him to pull the trigger.
How much more do they have to fail?
Movies.
Thank you.
Movies. In my
Well, they
mind, it's
haven't
movies.
They haven't
Like to me,
produced
it's
a
movies.
movie
Like
in over almost
like
10
what
years
else?
now.
Yeah.
What
They're
what
afraid
else?
to.
Because like you said, you can slip this Disney Plus shit under the rug. You can like push this things. At the bottom line, if you like invest in these fucking movies to go in there, if you make fucking Mandalorian Grogu and make fucking the Patty Jenkins movie and make this Rey movie, if 2 of those bomb, she's out. She's gone. He can pull the plug and be like she's gone.
Maybe.
She's gone.
Dude,
Like to me,
Optimus
that's the
get
only
fucking
thing that's
canceled
like that's
now.
going to get her fired at this point. What else? We're not seeing anything else getting her
can't
fired because she's still
fire her.
there.
And I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I have this theory, and I've been talking to a lot of dudes about it.
Mhm.
I think that bitch has got dirt on some big people. And that's why they're not letting her go. You got to realize this woman's been embedded with Hollywood
Yep.
since the glory days, the golden days of Hollywood.
I
And
can see
she
that.
has been sitting side stirrup to some of the biggest names in Hollywood. I legitimately think she's got some dirt on some assholes. And she tells them, you let me go, I'm letting it go.
Mm-hmm.
And so what she's going to do, she's going to ride out her career failing upward somehow until this is finally over and they throw flowers at her as she walks out of Lucasfilm. Thank you so much for everything you've done. We love you. You're such an amazing, strong woman. Because have you seen anything else that Lucasfilm has put out that would make you think otherwise?
No.
No, I mean, I
Actually,
personally have
I'll
no
give
faith in it.
Ahsoka some flowers.
I'm just really trying.
But
I'm
other than
sorry,
that,
go
no.
ahead. I'm just
I'll
really
give
trying to
Ahsoka some
give.
flowers. Go ahead.
I'm just really trying to come to a reason to understanding as to why she's not fired. And this
I
is my
just told
formula. Yeah, I mean, this is my formula. Why? I mean,
telling
that's
you.
definitely a way she's not fired.
As a man of logic, you have to think why. You know, if it's a boardroom with you, normies, me, we're all sitting there and we're like, you're failing. You're failing. You are losing subscribers on Disney Plus. You're losing people. Your messaging isn't working. People aren't enjoying. We just got a 27 rating from the audience on fucking Rotten Tomatoes for the last $180 million show that you made. And she goes, yeah, but you're going to keep me here, aren't you? And we're going to go,
Oh, Lord.
Here's the thing.
find another way to justify that meeting.
Let me ask you one last question.
She's gonna point back to me. She's gonna
ahead.
point back to what Stalk. I'm guaranteed, like she's pitching this shit. If it's not the dirt, and it's fucking like 100% possible that this is the dirt shit that like why she's not gone.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're looking at it where she's like, we're just gonna get back to these fucking movies, and we're gonna like these movies are the last fucking stand for her. That's it. Now to me, I'm 100%, 1000% sold that if she makes these fucking movies and she's still there, and these movies fucking flop like they're gonna do, and she's still there, then I'm 100% sure. Like, all right, nah, it's definitely the fucking
That's dirt.
But like to me, it's like she's getting grace that normally people don't fucking get. And she's getting that grace, and she's gonna fucking point to doing these movies as the last fucking resort. That's why she's been talking about these fucking movies. Like the last things we've heard from her has been about the fucking movies. So that's all that's all that she's gonna get to. But yeah, I mean, That's my logic of like, damn, she should definitely be gone. These shits are fucking up. Why isn't she gone? I think Bob Iger just gotta let her fucking fall on her face some more. I don't know why she has to continue to fall on her face. But the funny thing is, if she walks out, she could still throw her dirt out there. So like even if this dirt shit is the truth, it's like, damn.
Well, and that's why they got the original trilogy and all that shit in the chokehold. So if they try to rewrite the sequel trilogy and erase legacy, the legacy of Kathleen Kennedy, she still got him in a chokehold. To be honest with you, is it possible that that's the case? I like to think of it in my mind. I'm taking the Alex Jones aspect, like there's fucking gay frogs.
Yeah,
this is probably what's going on. To be fair, honestly, what I think is really going on is that, they have gotten a mission statement from the powers that be. The money that floats around, even over a company like Disney, the big money is saying, this is what we're pushing. You have to push it. Otherwise, you don't get money. And so Disney's like, we're pushing it because if we don't do it, we don't get money. Kathleen Kennedy is saying, we're going to do this. We're going to push this. Otherwise, we don't get money. And it got to the point where now, we've got fans that are pushing back. The general populace who actually lives in the fucking planet Earth is saying, this is so dumb. Please, can we change it? And the studios are saying, you will accept this and you will like it. And if you do not, then you're a social pariah. You're a piece of shit. You are the bad person. It's a lot like what happened with the vaccine. If you don't take the vaccine, you're a social pariah. You're a piece of shit. You are the bad person. The problem is not the content. The problem is not the vaccine. The problem is you.
Yep.
You are the problem. And so it's kind of a societal deja vu. It's the same thing. We've seen it before. I just refuse to fall into line. I'm fucking over it.
Tactics. Everybody repeats the same tactics, and whether it's media or politics,
it rhymes.
It's the same fucking tactics. Yeah.
So I got one last question for you, real quick, man. So have you heard the what's it called? The leaks and stuff coming up for?
I have done everything I can to avoid the leaks about tomorrow.
Oh,
and
I'm glad you
trust me, where I'm at, it's hard to stay away from it. I'm fucking Bruce Lee, just no DMs, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear it. And he was like, make a video. I'm like, no, fuck, I'm not gonna do it.
But do you have an idea?
No, so the only thing that I've heard, essentially, the round table is that they're going to make legitimately the Force female. They will finally. They will take.
I didn't hear that one.
They will take Kathleen
Kennedy's.
They'll take Kathleen Kennedy's plan and make it final. That she truly will make the Force female. That's what I've heard. So
I didn't hear that one.
I've heard that one. That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Essentially, we're gonna make the Force lesbian. We'll make the Force female. Yada yada.
Even though technically the Force should be male because it's always penetrating a woman.
Dude, the Force shouldn't be anything. I don't want
it. Actually penetrates all of us.
Yeah,
you're right. Maybe the Force is
a penetrator. I don't know. Maybe the Force just has a strap on. Maybe that's what the fuck this shit is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to avoid it because if this is really where it goes, if this is really it. If this is the end, it's a little bit like asking a genie, do you want to know how you die? Okay. I didn't want to know. So I want to go tomorrow. I want to sit in the trench. I want to hear the whistle. I want to stand up on the top of the trench. And if I catch a bullet in my fucking heart and I die, then that's it. And I'm happy. But I don't want to know before it happens.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll leave it. I want to talk to you after that thing. Because I'm going through it, man. It's been.
Shoot me a DM. I'm probably gonna do an after episode. So I'm gonna do a watch party. Cause I'll do the watch party and then I'll probably stop for 15 minutes. Go to my liquor store, buy a bottle of something nice. Come back to the house, schedule my live stream and sit down and talk about it. So if either of you guys want to be on there, you're more than welcome. I'd be really interested you guys clearly have differing opinions about, what's going on here. So if you guys are interested, just shoot me a DM. You're more than welcome to come on.
Do you have a Discord?
Yeah,
That's probably the easiest
I've
way.
had one for a long time. X-Wings Hangar. I'll shoot you a let me shoot you an invite in the private.
Okay.
Oh, we're on a different
yeah, this is
we're on
Streamlabs. This ain't
Streamlabs.
StreamYard. This is Streamlabs.
Do you have
if
you have
shoot me the
Kindle
link-
able to message Kindle,
Yeah.
right? Just message
Yeah.
Kindle and he'll
Shoot
send
me
it
the
to
link
you.
and then
I'll
shoot it over.
I'll shoot it in there.
I'll
All right.
shoot over. Hey,
Sound
look,
good?
X-Wing, it's good chatting with you. Thanks
Nice
for coming
chatting
in.
with you, man.
Thank you for having me on. This was a lot of fun, boys. You guys have a good night. I will see you
too.
tomorrow after the battle. After the battle.
Oh man. Oh, have a good one, bro. Nice meeting
Good
you.
night, boys.
Look, tomorrow's about to be fucking wild. Tomorrow, like, bro, should we really be looking at tomorrow being like a big fight's about to happen in school type shit? Like, you know, when you was in school and you knew, like, when you came to school the next day that there was about to be two like motherfucking just thumpers that was like getting ready to fight, like they were prepping it up. Like, is it really like tomorrow? Like,
I think so.
just
Let's say this: like, Twitter. If what me and you talked about happens, it's gonna be a. I'm not opening up fucking shit on Twitter because, bro, you're gonna have. It's gonna be culture. Like, everyone's gonna be at war, and it's and you know me, I'm right in the middle, right? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about lesbian stuff or whatnot. Just don't touch that one thing, and if they do, look. You're dealing with I didn't even know about they solidifying the forced female thing, bro. They're gonna.
Well, like Josh even talked about that earlier today.
Did he? I must have missed that part.
Yeah. Yeah. The forced female shit is out there.
Dude, they're playing a fucking dangerous game.
I don't even know what the fuck that
I don't
means,
know
bro.
why.
I don't even know.
I don't either. I don't either. I was telling my mom about this shit because she grew up with Star Wars, right? Bro, she was like, I didn't even know the Force was a fucking gender. I'm like, bro, same. Like, giving the Force a gender, why?
How do you fucking interpret that? Okay, no, look,
bro.
Look, oh shit. We're back here at it. Fuck Star Wars. I just want to say that. Because at the end of the day, you got a piece of content that's out there. We shouldn't be feeling like this. Like, this shouldn't be like how we got to talk about. I'm not going to cap. You X-Wing, people out there love this shit more than me. I'm a newer fan of this shit.
Yeah, you're not feeling the heartbreak that I am right now.
Yeah, I don't feel the heartbreak.
I have a different heartbreak from a lot of people too. Like X-Wing, if you're in here, look, I'm not talking shit, believe me. But some of the people you were on stream with, oh my lord, I don't agree with their shit, bro. Oh man. So, and then I definitely don't agree with a lot of the shit on the other side. So, I'm in a predicament, man. It's because I don't. Man, we'll see, man. That's all I'll say is we'll see. I'll be doing a watch party tomorrow, then possibly joining X-Wing in a drinking binge as well. So who knows?
I don't know why you're doing the watch party, bro.
Well, as I said, I'm trying to be as open-minded into this dude. I'm already giving it excuses, bro. I'm already giving the show excuses, so I'm really trying. Look, if they explain it in that way, I'm okay with it. But if they don't, and they do the other route, I have an issue. So I'm really trying, dude. I'm really trying because I love this. I love Star Wars, but it might be Jover, bro. Also, Chillin', are you going to join me for the watch party? Do you want to join? I guess not.
Look, I love all the comments coming in. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all are fucked, and I just love watching it burn.
Dude, it's.
And I love my 2 cents in there.
I'm actually kind of glad I started the other channel now, so like I don't have to talk about Star Wars anymore after this.
I will look. I'm gonna have to see it. I'm really like, if tomorrow is going to be the death of Star Wars, I'm going to have to see it. I'm just
You
like, I'm
join
just
the
gonna
watch
have,
party?
like, I just don't.
Join the watch party?
No, like, I'm
You
gonna
want to
have
be
to
in
see
there?
that. No, I'm gonna have to see that over the course of the next 2 weeks, or even 2 weeks after the show, that Star Wars is actually dead. Like, I'm gonna actually have to see it. Cause like no matter what lackluster shit they put out, bro, they put out fucking bomb shit after bomb shit after bomb shit. Even their best show fell off the fucking face of the earth. Nothing was really exciting for people to come back for Acolyte, and people still came back for Acolyte. Like, bro, like what?
I disagree.
Like,
There's an actual like this has a recipe of being a decent show. It should have, anyways. It has Jedi, has the love of the Force.
Despite their terrible marketing plan, a bunch of people came
Dis-
to watch this shit. A bunch of not people, Star Wars fans came to watch.
Well, because I hoped that despite that shit, that they still cooked up a decent show.
You know what y'all, you know what true Star Wars
But bro,
fans
I'm
is
telling
like?
you right now, after this, if this happens tomorrow, I'm done. I'm not watching any
You know
more
what you're starting
besides
to sound
Ahsoka.
like?
I'm
Star
being
Wars
dead
fans starting
serious.
to sound like Star Wars fans starting to sound like that
you
that one chick that can't get over that dude, and they be like, I'm done with him now. I'm done with him now. And then all it
Okay.
takes is for that one dude to shoot a text over, be like, I've changed. This is gonna be different. And then y'all be right back over there. And then you slide back over to the crib. It's all good for like 1 or 2 weeks, or it's 1 or 2 episodes. And then all of a sudden you see the motherfucker ain't changed, and then you're done with the motherfucker, and then it's back again. It's the same fucking cycle over and over again. That's all I'm saying.
This is the last thing I'll say to address Chillin', and then I'm done, and then let's wrap it up. Chillin', I disagree, because Star Wars is not tapping into the young audience anymore. It's
Thank
not.
you, Chillin'. Nope, Chillin' is right. Star Wars will never die. Like, I feel like Star Wars will never die.
Chillin', what's the last Star Wars thing you spent money on? Oh, wait. I love you, but I'll wait.
Actually, I bought my kids lightsabers because they like young Jedi.
You're smiling, and it makes me think you're lying. So, yeah.
No, they got lightsabers at the crib. Like, they got
Disney
lightsabers for
Plus
Christmas
doesn't
last
count.
year.
Disney Plus? No, because you didn't buy Disney Plus just for Star Wars. There's a whole catalog on there of Marvel.
My kids got
exactly
lightsabers
my
for Christmas
point,
last year. They're running around hitting each other with them shits. My son is saying Jedi, Jedi, and he's fucking 2 and can barely say anything else, and he's saying Jedi, Jedi. Like,
because you have your kids brainwashed watching Kai Brightstar.
I mean, it's a decent kid show. Like, what the fuck else you want me to do? Like, what the fuck else
But
you
let's
want me
see.
to do?
Let me ask this:
Decent
are you
kid
gonna
show.
stomach watching the last 3 movies with them?
Fuck no.
Exactly. I plead the.
But somebody
plead
else
the
will.
case.
Enough other people will.
Dude, no. Like they're over
So
here.
are you gonna go?
Dude, we talked about
you,
this.
So are you telling me when they come out with Mando 4, you're not gonna go see it?
No, I'm not gonna go see it.
Okay.
I'm not intrigued by Mando 4. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, to take me out to the movies, I'm definitely not gonna get out to the movies just to see Star Wars. But to be fair,
I will wait for that shit to get on Disney Plus.
I've never been to the movies to see Star Wars.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You're already taking a niche product and making it more niche. Like, they're not appealing to kids no more. You don't really hear about kids being like, dude.
I gotta take that back. I
knew it.
regrettably saw Rise of Skywalker in theaters because I had to take my wife's cousins. Regrettably.
Yeah, exactly. So I plead my case. As I said, man, look, there's a lot of people I do want to debate about this stuff. I come with facts. Well, maybe not facts, but I will plead my case and I will poke holes in yours, buddy. I'll do it respectfully. That's a shout out to somebody. Anyways, let's wrap it up. I'm exhausted. This conversation is fucking exhausting.
It is exhausting, which is why we cover Marvel over here. We don't cover Marvel over here. Look,
we cover Marvel over at the Justified Nerd. You know,
we had a whole bunch of other shit to get into today, such as you know, Sony about to fuck up Noel, such as you know,
Let's be
the
real.
final nail in the coffin, at least for the Acolyte show coming in the next week and two with House of the Dragon and The Boys season 4. Which you don't watch either one of those, right?
I will watch House of the Dragon. I just haven't gotten to it.
Okay.
I like Game of Thrones. I just haven't gotten to it. I won't watch Boys though.
Yeah, you don't watch Boys. You don't like that shit.
Nah, let me just rip somebody's spine out for no reason type shit. No, I'm good.
Well, it wasn't for no reason in the first season, and the second season, the second reason it ended up being for no reason. Like, the fact that he would do some shit like that to you was the reason why you were was the reason why the whole first season was great, because you were on edge. Like, you felt like at any time, like the motherfucker could hear you from a distance. Like, you just felt like at any time Homelander was gonna pop up and rip these motherfuckers in half. And then in the second season, it just got to be gore for no reason. And it's like, okay, like y'all are just doing this shit over the top. But in the third season, it was more of like an even balance. The first season was the best though. Like the third season, I did feel that kind of scariness of it, but the first season was the best.
Yeah, true.
But anyway.
What's up, Brooke? I don't know if I said that earlier. What's up, J Field?
But look, thanks for all y'all for dropping in. Thank you to X-Wing for hopping on the screen and
that's a good combo.
His presence. But with that being said, it's 12:30 over here in the East Coast. If y'all can't see my eyes, them shits is about shut. There we go.
Yeah, man, I'm just saying that we would.
So Justin, go ahead and plug yourself.
We'd go on time. We'd be good. Anyways, we'll be live. I'm live all the time on Justified MF, but I did start a new channel called Justified Nerd, and we're gonna try to get some eyes on it tomorrow. So we're gonna go do our watch party there. So if y'all would go ahead and hit that subscribe button over there, I'd very much appreciate that. But yeah, man, join the Discord, at least mine, because we will be talking about it in Discord. But yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all showing me and Kindle love, because bro, like we love this shit, not gonna lie. And yeah, we're trying to make sure we get a good set of content out for you guys, and we're working on the consistency thing, so don't worry.
Justin always gotta call out my consistency.
No, I'm calling out our consistency.
Justin always gotta call out my consistency.
Bro, it's us.
But no, we are shifting it out. I'm just joking. We are shifting it out. Look, at the end of the day, we're here. Oh, no problem, dude. Thanks for hopping on this.
Dude, thanks for hopping on X-Wing, for real. Send me that link too, so.
That being said, Thursday, catch us back here in the Nerds Underground on Thursday. We will be here talking about the fallout from episode 3. We'll be here getting hype for, well, I'll be getting hype for Game of Thrones. Justin, you gotta catch up. You gotta catch up on fucking House of the Dragon, bro.
I do need to catch up. I do.
You need to catch up on that shit, bro.
I do. I will. It's on Max, right?
Yeah, it's on Max. And I do fucking need your link so I can, the link to the Justified Nerd.
I got you.
Yeah, I need that link so I can put it on. I put it in the description shit.
I got you.
But I'm gonna be real. I'm too fucking tired to plug myself. Pause. So we're just gonna get the fuck on out of here, bro.
Oh man.
That being said, if it's too late for you to do some shit, just take your ass to bed. And I'll see y'all in the next one.
Later, y'all. Peace.